like a new camera or anything? Okay. Yeah, Clump, you talk to them. Oh wait, there was.
Experiencing.
That's one video. So go ahead and let's see. See if you can find the other camera.
Technological.
We just took Clump out of the show. That's it.
So unplug the other camera from the hub and plug it back into the camera. Keith, we made it through our technical difficulties. We're trying out new equipment a little bit. I think we've got a.
It's not you.
I think we're starting to come back.
Yeah. It's all
Message
good.
them right now. Tell them we're coming back right now so they don't have to reload. There it goes. Damn, I thought that hub was going to do the trick. But at least we didn't lose it. Like last time we've lost it in the past with the old shit.
I thought you kicked it.
I moved my foot over here and moved an iPad charger. That's what I did.
It's my face that does that.
Don't say we'll be back like that. We should be back, right? Hey, guys, it's loading. Why is it still showing nothing? But you got it. You got it switched over, right?
It takes a minute.
I know it's a minute or two
It took
behind.
mine a minute.
So let's go ahead and start
dance
talking
break.
where we were. Dance break.
Peaches and cream.
Otis.
Oh man, gross.
I wonder if it's because I tried charging, using the hub to charge the iPad.
Oh, that's could very well do it. That's pulling an extra 12 watts right out of it.
It says we're back, but I
Yeah,
don't
it's only
see.
got a 12 watt power source. So you just stressed it. It says we're back, right?
Yeah.
It says it. I don't see
I'm
it.
still not seeing anything on our shit here.
Hi, Arizona and Keith. Thank you.
Gracias.
Oh, and it says and they're back. So I guess you're seeing us and we're not seeing us. That's good by me.
Yeah.
Gracias por su atención.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Hi.
quit Twitch and come back in. It could have just been me.
Started.
Let's see. Oh, it says live, and there we are. That's us. Playing the producer. She can't take the heat. She can take the heat. I had to reload mine, but I see you now. Thanks for staying with us. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, that was all the producer. She's legit. So we get a whole new power source for the cameras, so we don't go down. And she's all like, "I could charge an iPad
And a phone.
from the same power source that we're live streaming at 1080." Is it coming in 720 on you guys? You can tell me. It's okay.
I hope it's
we're
not
capable.
1080.
It's like CRT on mine.
Dude, it's your phone is CRT.
But you also are censored.
Well, one of mine is not going to be logged in.
It's all right. Well, I mean, there's other outlets.
Uh-oh.
now.
Uh-oh. It's over, folks.
Whiff
I'm
it.
sorry, it smells great.
Whiff it good. All right. So we're back in it.
Oh,
For those who
gosh.
missed it.
Keep it out of that end.
Whoa. Is that pepperoni? Here's one pepperoni. Let's see. So then we get Becky and Charlotte versus
Smells like a fun
Natalia and Trish Stratus.
All right.
Let's see. At the end of this, Charlotte walks off after being blind tagged out and striking Becky down. Natty puts Becky in sharpshooter, doesn't break the hold. Becky gets the rope. Then there's a DQ. Trish breaks up Natty, and then Natty hits Trish. Becky is like hardly walking, nursing the knee, and the commentary fails to mention at any point that she's got, quote, nagging knee injuries. They're like, look at how much damage that did to her knee. The sharpshooter's that tough. And I was like, or maybe they're trying to tell the story of a nagging knee injury she's been milking for a fucking year almost now. Guys, catch up. Do you watch? Like, what the fuck, man? Corey's a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
I think this was producer.
Nope.
But
Nothing.
I think this is the one where I thought it was the Corey show. Where
Did you just...
never mind.
Club's making
No,
you
I
can't talk.
agree. It was this. Corey was very present on this show, and it wasn't possible. It was just like, oh God, die.
yeah, and then he kept telling like Renee to shut up and stuff. And Renee's
Shut
just
up,
all
woman.
like, you're an idiot. She literally calls him an idiot a couple of times.
Which got cheers in my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Don't you watch by yourself?
I'm in therapy now, and I have voices in my head. Captain Patches loved it. No, my wife was,
So,
my wife was watching with me and the cats, okay? 3 of the cats liked it, 1 didn't.
You realize we haven't gotten through one segment of Raw yet, right?
I know.
We're an hour in.
We also did an NXT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, that was 30 minutes.
And quite
Yeah.
a bit of fantasy.
We got through it in 30
10
minutes.
minutes.
It was like a 30-minute thing. So this whole Becky Charlotte thing, I think, can actually lead right into the idea of the 4 horsewomen and her being a little bit of a snooty bitch about it all. Like right when she's walking away, she does stand at the top of the ramp and look back at Becky, kind of like, should I or shouldn't I? And ultimately walks away. I think it could definitely lead into a Charlotte like, should I or shouldn't I kind of a deal with the 4 horsewomen. So I think it works in that aspect.
We can help her ego. Oh, you guys need me. You guys
Yeah.
were getting your ass kicked. Here I am.
Yeah.
100%. I think the biggest bummer of this match is Trish didn't get in at all for any of it.
Yeah, that's if I was in the crowd, I'd be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Being all excited.
Yeah.
Trish doesn't come in. What the hell? Then you get blue balls later with Dolph coming out as HBK.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was good.
Let's see. After that, we get Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. Andrade gets the win with Zelina interfering. I'm starting to get a little bored of this.
Yeah, me too.
That was SmackDown last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good feud. We don't need to see it again. There's nothing new to add to it. It hasn't improved it. It's just basically they're feuding because, in my eyes, they're feuding because they're
They don't know what to do with them.
They're Hispanic wrestlers.
Yeah, that's what it kind of starting to feel like.
Like-
It's getting boring.
Yeah.
Like they're like talking about the luchador aspect. It's like, yeah, cool. This could have all been added into last year's if it wasn't already there. Like we don't need to know this again, you know?
Yeah. Stackhouse doesn't think that Trish should have even been out there. Just let her first match back be SummerSlam, which I think would work if she didn't come out for this. But if you're gonna take her out there, at least give her
Put her
a
in the
moment
ring, yeah.
in the ring. You know.
I wondered if they're doing that because they're worried about her ring shape. They're trying to protect her for the ring, which again, then don't bring her the fuck out. Have her come out and escort somebody out.
Or have her in a tag match where she can be in for 2 minutes at a time and do just fine. Like they could have utilized her in that match and helped with a little bit of that ring rest and stuff, but they didn't. All they did was have her go out there and then walk away. So
Point a few times.
yeah. So yeah, I didn't get it. I wasn't a fan of that. And I'm getting super bored of Andrade and his whole thing. Like Stackhouse said before, if they were going towards a hair versus mask match and they were really pushing that, if they even had like Ray go out there and like pull on his hair or something or do anything, if he really went like deep with the mask again, like do something about it, but they're not even talking about it. They're not cutting promos about it. They're not saying much about it. So it just feels like, why are we doing this other than, hey, it's 2 luchas.
Yeah, we don't know what to do with you guys.
You can do matches that are just matches, but if you add a story that makes sense, it makes them way better. And this doesn't feel like it. It also feels like a de-escalation for both.
Yeah.
Ray was in that great feud with Joe. Ray and Andrade was in a really good feud with Finn. Having them back to this, all right, we really don't have shit for either of you. And they could do well with this. I think Andrade and Sammy would be really cool. Because Sammy could go out there and like he could have conversations about why is she speaking for you, or also like knock him like he could work in this like toxic masculinity thing he keeps talking about against it. That'd be cool. Andrade with Miz would be cool.
No.
I think Andrade with anybody else right now. Just
Andrade
all we're
is,
seeing is with Ray and with Apollo barely. Like yeah, I'm just bored of him. I'm bored of him because it's the only match he does. Like I don't know. Is it? I mean, I hate to sound shitty, but is it like he can only call matches in the ring and that's the only guy who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well, didn't Andrade and McIntyre have unfinished business from NXT?
they had a pretty reasonable feud down there, but Zelina did a lot of heavy lifting with the talking and the promos.
Yeah.
And she's not doing that shit anymore. So I'm tired of her now too.
Yeah.
Pick up the
She's
fucking
just
mic.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And producer here, I did actually kind of like that move that Zelina would do. You know, she got on the ropes and they both did their little pose.
Yeah.
That was neat, but she doesn't even do that anymore.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
I think Who-
What are you talking about? It's bourbon, man.
yeah, it's straight. What would you do with Ray? That's the one I wonder. Because I could see Andrade with so many other people. I think the thing that maybe is holding this together, and I'm not knocking Ray, but I think it's Ray. I don't think they have a place for Ray, and I struggle to think of a place to put Ray.
I think
Like-
Ray and Sammy could be cool.
It
Ray and
wasn't-
Aleister Black could be killer.
I think it was such a knockdown with Sammy that they won't do it. But then again, they should have. I don't. Maybe Sammy should have won. Like I think that was just purely to get more like legends out. But Sammy should have won that.
But at the same time, okay, so Ray bulldozes him. Then what? Sammy can come out and be like, that was fucking bullshit. I wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? And then you have a whole. How many times have we seen that? You caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. Let's actually do this. And then they have a real honest match. Like,
Yeah. But the weird thing is, lately with these last few shows, they've had weird interchangeable parts all the time.
dude, Shadow
Like-
King's got a new name. Oh. We take a $1,000 bottle.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be that much.
And cheers to that.
Yeah,
You could
cheers to
donate
Shadow King.
25%
Is that,
of that.
is
Shadow
that your
King.
new name now, just permanently? That's your new go? Because I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to pronounce it better though. Mistigan.
Yeah, we're not making much
Misty?
from the show, so
25% of that bottle. I mean, you could do a lot with it.
we'd love to be rolling.
We could
some
buy-
good booze.
Yeah,
but,
I could tell you where to send a $1,000 bottle, a $1,000. You know, save on it.
We could buy gas
Um,
tanks.
Yeah.
Cheers to Shadow King though, coming back as Misty.
Woo! I don't think it's Misty.
I know it's Misty. Misty Gain. Misty Gaforgan. That's what it said. Misty Gaforgan.
Producer.
Producers drinking Pacific Bay Cabernet Sauvignon.
Can you
That's
get a
why
water?
the cameras went down.
Yeah.
Can I snag water too, please?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Sorry,
Okay,
Shadow
everyone.
King. I hate to let you down.
I'm not doing that. I'm sticking to the pecan.
It's Arizona.
I might be.
Let's
going-
see. If Andrade wasn't bad enough, they had to follow that up with some horrible, silent Canellis trash again. Even the video montage recap of this was using her entrance music because there was no audio to overlap. There
I
were no
noticed
cheer.
that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
God, it was so dead.
Did you catch how silent those were? I know I told you like look out for it, but like
No, it was bad.
you saw how it killed Alexa's whole thing.
Yeah,
the-
it sounded like
the
they
week
almost
before?
muted the crowd, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It sounded like they muted the fucking commentators.
You hear the popcorn guy in the background. Popcorn! And
Yeah.
want popcorn! Butt scratchers!
Hey guys, anybody want some cookies?
Okay.
Lemonade.
Lemonade, not a lemonade.
No, he didn't need
Like
water.
lemonade.
Like he needs another drink, something.
I mean, that is
There you go.
a
There
drink.
you go. There.
You asked for water.
No. Clump's been asking for a little bit.
Oh.
Thank you.
Frank you.
Uh,
Let's see. You can. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Though, did you notice also in last week where it ends and it cuts over to you see Alexa Bliss starting to walk out, and then Michael Cole just goes, "Anyways, there's Alexa."
yeah.
Like,
There
Our
we go.
first pregnant champion. Go Maria.
Yay.
let's see. So this was awful. Mike gets the title back by laying on her at the OBGYN. Then Truth takes the title back from Mike and then just runs off. And yeah, that was
it.
awful.
I think this was the first. It was
was
the
the
first.
first cheer since.
Well, and it was the first. Like I've liked Truth being dumb and silly, and I was like, this is just really dumb.
It was bad, right? With the
I was-
water and the baby.
Yeah, I was like, this is
awful.
okay. Maybe Truth can do.
Well, he just
sport.
brought in some comedy to it.
Yeah, but
That
was
was, I wasn't terribly upset with that. I think it would have been funny, like, oh, my water broke, and he squirted him with water in the face.
Yeah,
like-
better, but it was just awful
Like-
either way. Oh, look, black too.
Oh,
Keith
Straight
heard this segment
40.
was hilarious, but I don't know. I only saw the women's tag match. It was not. It was awful. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. After that,
Speaking,
we get
real quick, of Mike Kanellis, he's in the new promo video.
yeah
Yeah.
a bunch.
He-
It's like what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, the Raw opening, and you see him, and you're like, really?
Yeah. I don't know. They could have thrown any jobber in
And I
there.
loved how much I hated their entrance theme.
I
Like
hate
their entrance
everything.
music was my favorite fucking terrible entrance. Like, cause it's just so goddamn annoying.
First time I heard their entrance, I thought Brother Love was coming back.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah! And then it was them, and I was like, oh.
I'm burning up in your
Let's see.
love, your love.
Let's see. After that, we get a Becky promo, which I thought was pretty good. It was like pretty fierce. She was cutting in deep with Natalia about Total Divas and trying her Instagram duck face, which then cuts over to Natalia, who cut
Could
like
the worst promo ever.
It was okay, but yeah, it wasn't special in either direction. It was just like she said her line, she did a good job with it, but she didn't like bring much to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she just delivered it. So it was disappointing to say the least.
Yeah.
After that, we got Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, which was a pretty great promo. I thought it was going pretty long though. I kind of found myself spacing out a little bit. I don't usually space out to Paul Heyman. But then Seth crawls out to the ring and gets his ass beat.
That was stupid.
Yeah, absolutely stupid. I said, honestly, makes me like Brock as a dominant champ and feel like Seth has no business holding that title. Pity does not make an underdog.
And
Seth is truly a great worker. He made Brock a face again.
Yep. If that was his goal, you got me, dude. I'm
did it.
cheering for Brock now every time.
Yeah, did it.
You did it, dude.
And then the Seth promo afterwards. Ugh.
Such trash.
Ugh.
This
What
is
is
all I can do.
Yeah.
This is my life.
And and for me, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I went to I did a bathroom break and I could hear it. I was just like, "Fuck is this?" And I'm like, my wife's
I went
so
back to the
bad.
bathroom.
No, I was like, "What is this bullshit?" My wife's like, "It's bad." I'm like, "Do I need to stop pink?" She's like, no, just this is bad.
Yeah.
I just like that you're in the bathroom and screaming, "What is this bullshit?" And she's all like, "If you don't know, I don't know."
There's times I want to put a TV in my bathroom because I can, but then I'm like,
I just watch Sling on my phone. So yeah, it was just absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
He's trying to go for a pitiful look, but it doesn't make for an underdog. It doesn't make me think like, oh, here's a fighting champion. He goes, here's an absolute moron just getting his ass kicked in a fight he doesn't belong in. And he sounds like an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's all like, ugh. And then the fucking worst part, before SmackDown even went live, medical cleared him for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We just watched him struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me he's cleared now? They should have at least played that off until the day of.
Yeah.
Has pity worked for anyone?
And wrestling?
Yeah. Where just straight up being pitiful made you want to cheer for them.
I thought that was Adam Cole.
Not like in ring.
Oh.
I can't think of a.
Alright.
It makes me think of soap operas and not in a good way.
Yeah, I can't think of a storyline where someone was just that.
Isn't it
pitiful.
Roman?
No, because Roman was pitiful, but he was booked as a beast. It was pitiful how bad he handled it.
Yeah.
They couldn't have non-Canadians on a Canadian show for SummerSlam, so pushed the card full of Canadians except for Sami Zayn. We were talking about Seth
is
and
Canadian.
Brock. Am I missing something? Is Seth or Brock Canadian? Or is he just talking about strictly Natalia and Trish?
Natalia, Trish.
Yeah.
Forget about the card. He's from Ghana.
There's somebody else. there was somebody else from Canada.
Jinder should be on it.
He's hurt.
What? Jinder's hurt?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like they said he's not going to be back till the beginning of the year.
Sean
There's
T2,
another-
my dude.
Ethos?
Yeah, there's not many Canadians on this.
Oh, he says Brock has dual citizenship.
Yeah, he does live in
Montana?
Montana and yeah. He lives like in
I can see
Manitoba,
that.
Canada?
He's an
I mean,
outdoorsman,
Manitoba.
remember? He read the magazine.
yeah. He kills things with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Seth Rollins.
Saskatchewan. Oh, like in Grown Ups. Ah, from Saskatchewan, eh? From Saskatchewan. Yeah, that's the thing. Look it up. Look up Saskatchewan. Not now. We're live. We're live.
You reference Grown Ups?
Grown Ups, yep. Let's see. After that, we got Kurt Angle with the Street Profits. And Drew McIntyre comes over. Dawkins acts real tough to McIntyre, which is really weird. And then Montez was going like the whole time, and it was just making him look stupid. But Drew cut a pretty decent promo for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I was like, maybe if you talk like this, you'd do better.
Yeah.
Is it because he was with Street Profits? Is that what?
No.
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 Oh,
It
did he
was-
like by comparison
Yeah,
kind of a deal?
comparison?
Yeah.
Was that maybe why?
It
Is
felt
that like the high school popular girls hang out with the fat girls to make them look better?
as a fat girl. I don't know. I watch your tone.
It's true.
Yeah.
Here it is. Oh man,
We don't
Oh,
need to
the-
see.
I'll find it. It's...
We're gonna get canceled for copyrights.
No, we're not gonna show it.
Around us.
Oh, here he goes.
You American ladies, you've been out to Saskatchewan, eh?
Saskatchewan. I was wrong. Oh, did you go back?
They can hear it. Where's the?
You American ladies, you've been out to Saskatchewan, eh?
Because he comes up right here.
Oh, you're from around these parts, eh? Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan. What's up in Canada, eh? You American ladies, you've been out to Saskatchewan, eh?
That's good stuff, man.
I remember that part now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That and they pee in the pool.
After that, we got the Viking Raiders versus a bunch of jobbers for the same match as the last 5 weeks, and that brings us to a Harley race video.
Harley race video was amazing.
It's really good.
It was really
I gotta go into the jobber things. What is the goal of these jobber feuds? Because I was thinking, I know the goal is to make them look strong and powerful, but when has it worked? Jesus, Siri.
I didn't do it.
Wow.
Hold on, let me Shazam this real quick.
Well, you just tell her, hey Siri, what are you playing? Hey Siri, what song is this?
This is called Fortnite Rap Battle Royale by Dan Bull.
All right, hey Siri, stop. Hey Siri, stop.
You wanted this.
Why did you do that?
I don't know what.
Why did you figure out a way to say that to make that happen?
A magical.
That's fucked up, man. Everyone's gonna like be pissed at you now.
Just you.
Um,
And my father.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Raiders and the Jobbers either, because at the end of the day, they don't look any more strong now than they did when they were fighting actual tag teams.
But the reason I thought of it is, what is the goal in general whenever they do this? I get it, but has it ever really worked in the past 5 years? Because it didn't work with Lars Sullivan.
I was gonna say it worked with the Demolition.
Yeah.
And the Road Warriors. It worked with them because that was the deal, was they were showing up and showing that they were dominating absolutely everyone they put them up against. So when they finally put them up against like tag champs and stuff, it was like, these guys are dominant. All they do is beat the shit out of everybody. But
But the thing was,
they're like in a bubble.
but the thing was, is back in the day, weren't the jobbers like decent size at least?
That's true. They weren't like jokes.
Like, yeah, nowadays, you know, I weigh more than them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
But the other
I
thing
know
is,
I
have
do.
you noticed that the crowd doesn't know how to react to the Viking Raiders either?
yeah, they're starting to lose interest because they're. Oh,
I
dude, there was
don't
a
know.
ton of people getting up and walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it. It was an absolute.
But the
pee
thing
break.
that's weird is they call them up from NXT, they give them a little push, and then they start like, okay, let's develop you guys with the jobbers and stuff like that, and no one's interested in it. They don't know if they're heel, they don't know if they're face.
Yeah, they just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were at least 6 people that got up and walked right
from like the front.
front. Yeah.
From like right in the front, you just see like, and it's all like, ooh, they know they got a minute. But it's the same shit we've been seeing for 5 weeks. That's what I mean. Like, even if they started putting them up against B Team, or Kabuki Warriors, or Iconics, or something, make it make sense. You know what I mean? An actual team.
Well, when they get into a feud that has a meaning, what's going to happen? They're going to lose. I would rather them have good matches where they can look strong and they lose and win a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that could be fine. It's just, they could make people look strong as shit. They could make the club look fucking fantastic. But no, we're separating them out from all other tag teams.
They're in a bubble. It's
Yeah, you
weird.
could put them against the Authors of Pain. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Have them make their big return to get smashed by the Raiders. That'd be cool.
Yeah. They're already
Well,
there.
yeah,
Get back
they
into
made their
obscurity.
return.
Kind of. Not to tag matches, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think you put them up with anybody who we've recognized, and it means more than these jobbers. Even if you're all like, oh, what a bummer. They put Cedric Alexander and Mojo in a team together just to get squashed.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable by himself. That'd be good.
Yeah. 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But they do have the Harley race video, which was pretty cool.
Really good. One more time. For
Really good.
Harley.
And one more time for Harley. I need ice. You fuck. Don't do a thing, do it. Did you put your thumb in it?
Oh, I didn't, but that's a better idea.
Who knows where that thumb's been? How many thumbs have been around it?
Yeah, smell it.
Let's see. After that, we got Kurt Angle. Oh my God. Jesus. Is there electronics down there?
Oh,
Someone look.
wait.
The lights are gonna freak.
Some of these cables are frayed. We've already lost connection once.
The lights are gonna flicker like Bray's here.
I know. We're about to talk about that whole segment, and I was like, meow, meow, and comes back.
Why do I have people watch this fucking show? Why do I encourage people to watch this show when I'm on it when all I do is
Who know you? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I know why I tell people who know you to watch.
You wanna see something funny?
Yeah.
Do you want to lose any respect you have for her? I know it's not a lot. It's easy.
How's Clumping lately? You liking them? Big fan? Check this out.
Watch this.
Gloves and Febreze?
Actually, Bella super came to your defense when I challenged you to not shit your pants on the way to the bathroom. She was,
serious?
yeah, she was pretty upset I showed it to her. So, you got a friend there.
Wait, do I need to get this spray?
But probably.
I haven't farted yet.
It's just a turd. It's not a fart. You don't got to spray for that. Let's see. So we got Kurt Angle as a special guest referee for Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Again, no interest in this match even leading into it. The
But
match.
no pop.
Yeah.
They would have said, and we have a special guest referee, and then Angle's music went off. Pittsburgh would have blown up. The crowd would have been like, cool.
But then he wouldn't have had his moment with the Street Profits. And they're the best.
You could have done that afterward. Well, no, you couldn't. Never mind.
Yeah, not after what happened. Yeah, I don't know why this was a match. I kept thinking it was going to lead to something, but then ultimately I started feeling like I don't want this to lead to a SummerSlam match. Like, I just don't. I don't care about it enough. It's not getting interesting. And at the end of the day, Drew keeps beating the shit out of Cedric Alexander. Let it move on. Let it move on. So the match never makes it to the ring because Drew McIntyre's beating the shit out of Alexander. And then the lights flicker. It was funny, though, to see Kurt Angle in the ring just being like,
Come on, guys.
guys, what am I
It's my
supposed to
hometown.
do?
I'm trying to do things
I'm trying to do
make
things.
people happy.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring it in here.
So the match never makes it. Lights start to flicker. Fiend comes up and he's locked in the mandible claw on Kurt Angle, and it was a pretty great moment.
Yeah.
Pretty good thing. Starts establishing the mandible claw as his finish, as a finish he's got. I like them putting over Bray over the Legends because it shows a bit of an intensity that other people don't show when they're beating them up. You know what I mean? Like when they beat up the Legends, it doesn't look like this looks. This looks like I'm just coming out to just fucking wreck everyone.
Are they? But see, my thing is, are they turning Bray into the new Legend Killer?
Like the new Lars Sullivan?
No,
Hope
like
so.
the new Randy Orton.
Oh. I don't think so. I think they're using the Legends to put over the mandible claw so that way Bray doesn't just barrel through the entire fucking roster before he's even had a match, but he goes in there looking super strong, and then there's always the who's next kind of atmosphere. Who else is he going to go through?
Goldberg?
Where if you just had him do this to the entire roster, the current roster, then it's like, well, what is he supposed to do now? So I like that they're using the Legends to buffer that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked also like how Bray's used social media. Did you see his tweet
Oh,
to Kurt
yeah.
Angle after?
So good.
Did you see the tweet?
Nope.
He tweets Kurt Angle is like, I've
was a
always
poem.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of you, and you've always been an idol. And it's like basically, I'm so sorry for the Fiend. Like I just love the separation of this isn't me, but it is me.
Yeah.
One thing, I don't know when it came up, but and I think it was on Raw, which I found really annoying. They showed Bray Wyatt versus, the picture, Bray Wyatt versus Finn, and in parentheses next to Bray was the Fiend.
The Fiend in the quotes,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, he says,
And I was
dear,
like, why-
dear Kurt Angle, as a young man, I idolized you. Today is no different. I hope you can understand. I'm sorry for what I've done. I wish you knew how much. This time it all has to be perfect. Revenge is a confession. And then after that, he tweeted, some dance to remember, some dance to forget.
Yes.
Isn't that Dancing Queen?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Is he gonna like fight like
What the hell are you looking at?
This is his Twitter. He posted this.
Yeah.
He posted this and then this. And I don't know why.
Just
Some dude.
things.
Some dude, yeah.
So I do like that there's that buffer there. Let them roll through those guys. So
yeah.
it is
Good.
Hotel California. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. Ooh, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Hotel California's a creepy song, man.
I don't like the Eagles.
You're such a shitbag.
There's a reason I don't like the Eagles.
Welcome to Hotel. Such a lovely place. Plenty of room. any time of year. You can find it here. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I had a teacher who played like a tape of the Eagles on a loop almost the entire fucking year in my like
good.
ceramics class.
Dude,
No,
best school ever.
this and like half of it was Bob Marley. It was a tape he made.
Mixtape.
Bob Marley.
He was like his own like mix, like on a tape,
Yeah,
and he played it through one of those like old where you could record onto it things.
he's spoken to it as his own DJ.
No, it was just playing. But at one point, somebody went to try and turn it off, and they were like, "Wait, no, it's not off." Shit! And so he's like, came and said, "I was fucking doing pottery over the weekend, and lo and behold, Francisco is on the tape, a good feature act." And it's like, oh god, I fucking hate everything about this high school.
I hate everything about this story.
I hate everything about it.
I did wonder if they were starting to set up for a Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander Falls Count Anywhere match. This is like the third time in a row that they've had a match not make it into the ring. I'm not interested in it if that's where they're going, though.
Nope. I think the reason they put them together is that Cedric makes Drew look so fucking big,
Yeah.
and Cedric is a good worker.
After that, we got the New Day versus the Club. Club comes out looking all like Doc, painted up. That was fucking cool.
I like that a lot.
As soon as he saw it all, I was like, "Oh shit, it's Doc! He's back!" Let's see. The match falls apart pretty quick. They jump to New Day. Ricochet comes out and clears the ring. Then you get the Club versus the New Day and Ricochet. This is a good point. A good part to mention. Everything on Twitch video is really lagging and desyncing. Are you sure it's just not Clump? Are you having a stroke, dude?
Did you break it?
No.
No.
Did you break the Twitch?
I mean, I can't really tell how to resolve that unless we just unplug the mics and redo it. But let's see. We'll see. Let us know if it gets a little bit better or if it gets worse, and we'll see what we got to do. Let's see. So Bully Ray mentioned that the disconnect here is that Ricochet comes out to save the New Day, yet nobody's coming out for Seth Rollins any of these times.
And the locker room supporting Seth.
Yeah, and he's the locker room leader. And yeah, he's just fucking got no friends. Let's see. The Club versus the New Day and Ricochet, though, I put damn great match. Everyone looked absolutely fantastic. Club was just too powerful and talented, getting the win over New Day with the Magic Killer. I thought the match was just fucking great. Just absolutely great. Anything about it?
Absolutely. No, I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was a really good showcase. I'm really happy to see how the Club are showcasing and the way they built them up so rapidly, so well. I think it's cool how they were able to pull them back, but then I think it was a lot of work they did themselves.
Oh, yeah.
There's other tag teams I'm like, God, I wish you could do this. Because you could do this with every tag team, essentially, where they look good and not stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to look like a winner, but you don't have to look like a fucking idiot. And that's where it's like...
That's where they were going. And they've really brought themselves back together. It's really cool.
Yeah. I did notice this, and maybe this is just me overthinking it. We didn't hear anything about Jimmy and Jay. Is there a reason that they're off TV? Was it like a suspension?
I think that they're not leading up to SummerSlam because they can't go to SummerSlam because the visa thing. You can't go to Canada if you've got a felony charge.
Well, yeah, he's got pending charges.
Yeah, so he can't flee to another country. So even with his profession. So I think they're just keeping him off there, not talked about it, because that way you're not leading into SummerSlam and thinking, well, why were they suddenly cut out?
Well, the way they
Cut 'em out
talked about it, I think it, like...
It's a bummer.
Yeah, I think considering how they talked about it, it would have been... I noticed that I was like, that missingness. I was like, yeah, I thought of that. It's like, maybe not the show. I didn't think of the charges part, but like, I was wondering, like, is somebody seeking help?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just know he can't go to Canada, so why lead into anything more than you have to right now, I would think. See what happens after SummerSlam for a better indication.
Yeah.
Being told with DUI charges, you can still get in Canada.
Under conditions. Yeah, I don't know.
Like in the trunk of a car.
And this is also his second one. I don't think it's like this is an isolated incident right now. Like he's gotten several in the last couple months. He could be
states.
pending some serious charges on.
Well, and I think that's the thing is that the first one might have been okay.
Yeah.
The second one then I think automatically becomes a felony.
I think so too.
They're separate states, though.
I think that's what makes it a felony at that point.
No, because there isn't a federal DUI law. All
Oh,
yeah, but it would be. I could see a situation where someone's like, well, you have multiple events, we can't charge you, but we could be less
Harsh.
lenient on you. Yes.
Yeah. He says you can have someone to report with and have like a curfew condition type of a
Iceman.
deal. Oh, where he could go there and be there for the match, and then they gotta walk him back to his apartment or whatever, his hotel. I could see that. I just also think
then you
that
can't drink.
what? Oh yeah.
So what fun's that? Then you can't
And then you
drink.
can drink. Someone else is driving.
He's a Canadian sport.
I do think that maybe the company's just trying to be safe. I think that also might be more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
Hey, just stay at home. We'll write you
Well,
up
like-
right now. We'll revisit when we're back. It's
Yeah.
gonna be easier to handle.
Well, like Vince keeps saying, what does he say? The superstars are.
Responsible for their own actions.
Yeah.
Why are they gonna babysit the guy?
Yeah.
Let us know when you get your shit together, man. And they obviously put in a lot to help people get better too. So do you want help or not? Maybe that's part of it. Maybe he's not looking for help, and so they're not looking to bend over backwards for him. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe also not getting that SummerSlam paycheck is a good wake-up call.
Yeah. Hey, you missed out on SummerSlam, you fuck.
Yeah.
Um,
Brandon even wants your ass in the fucking show.
And then his brother beats the shit out of him.
Nice. After that, you get
Sad
Samoa
stink faces
Joe
him.
saying that Raw is shut down until he gets his apology. And then he hears that Roman's in the parking lot, so he runs up to the parking lot.
Roman Reigns pulls up in a 9-year-old Chevrolet Traverse
Nice.
because he's rolling, doing money that gets hit by a 7-year-old Hyundai.
Hit him with a car!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that bothered me. I was just like, you got money, buy a new cheap car.
Yeah.
Don't
No.
buy an old cheap car. Buy an old expensive car that's cheap. Get something that I'm like, yeah, I could see Roman Reigns pulling up in that.
Yeah.
Still older than our cars, or newer
Yeah,
than
yeah,
our
it's
cars.
still much newer than our cars.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's see. So Joe doesn't seem to know what to do, so they just cut to commercial.
well, he does. He's like, get medic, and I was like,
Get out.
man, you
Get
guys have done a lot to really ruin Joe this episode.
Well, see,
I
I
don't
was
think so at
wondering.
all. I don't.
I was
disagree with
wondering
that.
after that if they were Joe and Roman were actually gonna team
Kiss?
up.
I don't think so.
He needs
at all.
mouth to mouth.
I feel
Careful,
like
man.
Get off me! Get off me!
I feel like I was really confused by the internet community saying like, "Oh, what's with the Samoa Joe face turn?" And I didn't get the feeling that was a face turn at all. I get the feeling is here's a dude who was pissed at another dude,
Yeah.
willing to fight him, who just saw that dude get hit by a car and think, "Holy shit, he just got hit by a fucking car."
Yeah.
That is not what I came out here to do. I came out here to threaten a dude and maybe punch him a few times.
Yeah,
So-
I came here to be drunk dad fighting, not.
Yeah, I came out here to fight a dude, not to hit a dude with a fucking car. And then the other side of that, I read online where's the speculation that it was meant to
Going
make
for the
whoever
wolf
is actually hitting them with the car to seem that much more intense, to seem that much more violent. So much so that the heels can't even back the guy. You know what I mean? Or you guys can just ignore it.
No.
So after that, we get the Kabuki
No,
Warriors
no,
versus
no.
Fire and Desire.
He did not like the smell of that, so I was like, do you want one of these two? But not talking. But
That's not at all what happened.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So
No.
Wolf puss
but
smelled like wolf puss.
I was gonna talk.
producer here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that it didn't make him look like a face. I just thought, oh, he's I guess a respectable heel.
Well, a human
that.
being.
He's got a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
he's a-
human life aspect.
He's a heel with some
I'll
work
try that
ethics.
Yeah. This one.
Yes, please.
But why turn him down? That was my thing. Is thinking of it as, I like Joe as this I don't give a shit heel, where he was just so over the top, such like where he the Hey Wendy stuff. Why turn him down? He is still fantastic fighting and being this just monster, and also it didn't to me the way he was even yelling and reaching out like it didn't. Nobody in that promo sounded good. Everybody there was like, God, you guys, none of you. It just seemed to weaken everyone, to me. That's just my view. See, I did have such a good tribute. It's not me this time.
I don't think it underplayed his character at all. Like I said, I think it was just the human aspect of someone got hit with a fucking car, and I might not be your friend, but I wasn't trying to get you by a car. And like I said, there's the aspect they're saying of the potential that they're trying to make whoever this is seem that much worse as a heel. This is a heel that makes other heels think you've gone too far. I can see that. That's where they're going with it. We got Kabuki Warriors versus Fire and Desire versus Chaotic Bliss versus the Iconics. Their name's not Chaotic Bliss, but that's what I've named them, so I'm going with it.
I like that more.
That, or I even suggested to them online the Twisted Bliss fits. But
I like that.
this was for the women's tag titles. Let's see. Iconics just stand in the ring and do a bunch of team offense because there's no DQ, I guess, and they are terrible.
Weren't you happy that they got eliminated first?
That was the next thing. Iconics get eliminated by Mandy. Once Iconics are out, the ref goes back to enforcing the 5-second rule to leave the ring after a tag. Iconics would be perfect for AEW. They were just in there for a long time, just doing a bunch of stuff, and I was like, what's going on? I guess there's no DQ?
Everyone was.
Yeah.
Everyone felt like this
Yeah,
week,
they're all
every
here.
tag match, I was like, there's a lot of people just being in the fucking ring. Like, on all the tag matches. Like, there's a lot. Like, did you guys don't also have to have discretionary refs? Like, just,
Yeah.
oh.
I thought it was a little off.
Wasn't it, going back to the refs, was it the match on Raw or the match on SmackDown where the club was going and the ref, for whatever reason, was telling Luke Gallows to get down
Yeah.
for no reason? Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Luke Gallows is like standing in his corner and the ref's like, get down, get down.
Yeah,
And-
get down,
Oh, it
get
was
out
when
there.
AJ came in and hit, or was it AJ?
No, it was when his tag. It was during the 3-on-3 when they were all three in the tag match. He was knocked on the curtain, or he gets knocked on the ground. He gets back onto the curtain where he's supposed to be, and the ref's in his face. Get down, get down. You don't need to be up here. You need to get down.
Yeah,
you should be
to
up here.
distract the ref, and Gallows is just kind of standing there.
Yeah,
like,
he was all like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I felt like at one point he's all like, "It's a tag match."
Yeah.
And then I feel like that's when the ref was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, that was terrible.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I also put something along the lines on my Twitter. If you follow me at Ref Marsh, once the Iconics lost, I said this is the greatest thing to happen to the women's tag title since Boston Hug Connection. For the Iconics to lose them.
There's
I
not,
didn't
been,
even
there's,
care who went
not,
after
there's
that.
not been much that's happened, unfortunately, because
Exactly.
of
They are horrible.
that. I think this is better than Boston Hug Connection winning them, arguably. Because Boston Hug Connection had such a, like, oh, that's fantastic, and then so rapidly, like, oh, motherfucker, really?
Yeah,
So,
they built this division up, and then they make this huge thing, and then it's like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, so this is better. Now we can start anew.
Maybe. So we do get Mandy and Asuka having a strange couple of spots. Mandy drops Asuka. And then Mandy taps out to the Asuka lock. And then we get Alexa getting the Twisted Bliss on Kairi Sane. And the Chaotic Bliss get the titles. My take on that was I felt this was the best thing for the titles. I don't know if it's the best team on the roster at all. But it's going to get the most airtime. So I think that you can build to the Kabuki Warriors actually winning the titles and it meaning something. But right now, it really didn't feel like it was going to mean anything.
Well, I just want them defended. They kept saying they could go to either brand, NXT, and the Iconics just sat there.
They never did.
Yeah.
And that was the whole Iconics bit, was when Boston Hug Connection did it. It was like, oh, you don't come to SmackDown, you're not coming to SmackDown. But they did. They went to SmackDown, they went to Raw, they went to NXT. They did show up in all those places. And most of Iconics' build towards Mania was you never bring it to SmackDown, even though they had. So for the Iconics to then never take it anywhere, and for them to stop talking about how it could go anywhere, I think at least giving the titles TV time, Alexa and Nikki will get that.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they can build it up again to mean anything at all. And then potentially Kabuki Warriors can win it, and it could be a benefit.
Yeah.
I think you had made a comment, producer. I think you had made a comment about the Mandy lesbian angle that they're throwing at. You were just like, oh, okay.
They just were really touchy in the beginning of it, and I was like, are they going somewhere with this, or is this just a dumb thing they're doing? I don't know. I know they talked about it in interviews, and Mandy's just like, we're just really close friends, and okay.
Which,
Seems a little done up, though. It seems a little bit more.
and it kind of like, I mean, yeah.
Super touchy.
Well, and then like the way that like, and I may have been over analyzing it when I was like, certain things during like June when it was Pride Month, like I was like thinking of it, it's like, why the fuck are you doing this now?
Yeah.
Why is it a thing now for this pair? It doesn't need to be, or if you're gonna do it, just do it all the time. Whenever Mandy and Sonya come out, I just shut down because I get so fucking tired of commentary. Because commentary is
Awful.
well, and I feel so bad for Sonya because it's all about Mandy, and Sonya's like, who gives a fuck? It's just like second fiddle. Like and it's so fucking annoying.
It's not even second fiddle. It's I don't want to fuck you, and it's awful.
Yeah.
It's this whole like I'm only here because I want to fuck that person. Is the attitude of commentary at that point, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And then with Sonya, it's just all like, yeah, well, I don't want to bang her, so I'm not going to talk about her.
Yeah, you're not playing for my team, so.
I will say, I did think that slide that Asuka did, that Nikki caught her in the ring apron on the
So
way
good.
out. I just wanted to say that was good.
It was great. Actually, the Kabuki Warriors and Alexa and Nikki, all four worked really well together. They did a bunch of great stuff together.
Yeah, they were not the 2 weak ones.
Stop. Let's see if we get Amanda Sonya live
Hi.
sex celebration. I'm okay with that. They didn't win. You can't celebrate when you lose.
But they can drown their sorrows with same-sex celebration.
That's a good point. Let's see. After that, we got Miz TV with Dolph and HBK. Miz announces Dolph as a pariah. Do you think that was a little dig?
I was like,
He said WWE's pariah. Jericho calls himself the pariah of AEW.
Yeah,
Do you think?
maybe.
Yeah, they've been getting petty. They've been getting real petty. It's been weird. The only club that matters on TV all the time. It's crazy. Let's see. Dolph cuts a good promo and signs a contract. Miz says it's not him. And then HBK says it's not him. And then Goldberg comes out and signs the contract, tells Dolph he's next, and then HBK super kicks Dolph. I like the spot. I wish they didn't wait as long as they did, because I know they were trying to build up anticipation, but really all they did was got the fans chanting Goldberg before he came out, and it kind of ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I watched it a couple days later, and I stayed off of social media and stuff like that. And when I saw that, I was like, all right, cool. It was an actual surprise, even though the crowd
Started chanting.
started chanting Goldberg. It was like, all right, cool. That's a nice surprise, a nice pop. They didn't ruin their own pop for once. Because at first, with the HBK thing, I was like, hey, bring him out separate where Dolph doesn't know he's there. Don't announce him at the beginning of the show. Then you hear the music and you're like, oh, it's Dolph again. And then HBK goes out there. I feel like I need to be here for this, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like just like Goldberg might need this match for his legacy. I think
Oh, yeah, big
Shawn
time.
does. I was like thinking, that'd be cool, Shawn and Dolph, because I could see that working. I could see that being a good match, because their tag team match is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
It was,
I
it was
could. The thing with Shawn is that he said that he would never come back unless it was right for his character. Then he admitted went for the money of the Saudi Arabia thing, but I could actually kind of see the Dolph, Shawn being okay for his character.
Yeah.
But I still didn't want to see it.
Me neither. And to be honest, I think Goldberg's lose-lose. I think there's no winning there. What would Shawn and Dolph do? Super kick each other into a no contest? Yes. Like the Young Bucks.
I was gonna say the Young Bucks match.
Yeah. Or Gargano, Adam Cole. Same match. Just how many
And when Dolph has been super kicking everyone for years. Why is that now his finisher?
Well,
And
it's
the
been
other-
his- it's
He
been-
used it for wins before.
Yeah. What I don't like is when they do this like, oh, he's using the Sweet Chin music. That's HBK's move. He's been doing that shit for
Yeah,
a while.
yeah.
This
But-
isn't new.
Yeah, but he also still tuned up the band for a while,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You see, the other thing I saw that pissed me off was... Oh, wait, no, it was on SmackDown. Never mind. We'll get there. It was the commentary
Oh.
on SmackDown.
I can see that. To me, Goldberg's lose-lose because Goldberg comes back and beats the shit out of Dolph. But Dolph's been saying for weeks how embarrassing Goldberg is. So either Dolph gets his ass kicked by an old man who's embarrassing and doesn't deserve to be in the ring, or he beats up an old man who's clearly washed up and his best days are behind him. Like, there's no win there. And Goldberg's not going to come back to look like a fucking pansy on purpose. He fucked up in that match and hurt himself. Like,
Yeah.
he's not going to do that again on purpose. But why does he have to barrel through Dolph Ziggler to prove himself as anything?
No, and he's not.
Who
He's
the fuck
not.
is he?
It's not going to be a long match, a match where it could show some skill and fix it. It's not going to happen. It's either going to be a steamroll rapid thing or some miracle super kick thing, which neither one do well.
It's going to be shitty.
Yeah, no.
It can't be good.
My money's on
See-
Goldberg fucking up again, honestly.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Jesus, he's bleeding fucking again?
Can you imagine he goes to jackhammer, he's going to jackhammer Dolph. Just breaks his neck.
Just drops him.
I love Dolph's entrance when he just shook the door.
Yeah, we're about to get to that in just a minute.
Okay,
That was on SmackDown, but it was really funny. So SmackDown Live starts up, and you get Charlotte Flair cutting a promo.
What are you eating?
paper. Don't worry about
Yep.
it. Move on.
Intros video of her career, and then it plays a Trish video, which was really weird the way that played out, because I was like, was that a fucking error or was it not? And I think the fact that I thought it was a mistake is just kind of a testament to how weird the production's been lately. To be like, well, that probably wasn't supposed to happen. But then it did happen, and then Trish came out and was all like, it was my promo video.
I will say that was the first time Trish sounded good on the mic.
Did you think she sounded good?
That time she sounded good.
Okay.
The other times I think she, was just kind of like out of place and almost like Natalia. Where it's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to say, this and that. Where this one came out where it seemed a little more natural, if you will.
It sounded like Trish's come out. It sounded like she's giving a fucking Hall of Fame speech. Like it doesn't, in a sense, like that's a super rehearsed speech. Like, and it comes up. It sounds like it's like a teleprompter speech. It sounds like a.
But see, I think I felt like this one was more
Yeah,
natural.
no,
than,
this was better. But like,
yeah.
I thought they were both pretty mediocre, but it wasn't.
I
It wasn't shit. But
I'm not saying it was great. I'm saying it's been
better
better than her other ones.
Okay, I can give you that for sure. I would say you don't need to bother reading that. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Dolph. Oh, and then so the whole Charlotte Trish thing, just throw on top of it. It did make me excited for the match. I'm still not interested in this match. There's no real build. Trish didn't really get in the ring. Like, why am I going to care right now? If Trish had gotten in that tag match and dominated somebody for at least a little bit, or been the one to chase off Charlotte, it'd be like, oh, Trish is still a badass. It's not the fucking case.
Yeah.
So I'm just not excited about it at all.
I know that they're going to Canada, but I don't even know why they had to bring Trish. There's other Canadian superstars they could have done.
There's a couple cool things she could have done that wasn't that. She could have guest refereed the tag title match for the women or something.
Fuck
That'd be
yeah.
cool. That'd be great.
Beth Phoenix could come out.
Fucking too excited there. Yeah, you could have done a few things that have been cool where she could have been involved, but this match, I don't see Charlotte going over and me thinking, oh, Charlotte really is very
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see this putting her over. I could see her winning, but I don't see her going over. You know what I mean?
It's funny how this is like one of the things that I think is the biggest separation between this and real sports is this was
We
one
can
of those.
delete messages.
Yeah. Are you modding? Perfect. Yeah, she's been learning how to mod. Because Josh, our mod, doesn't ever show the fuck up. Josh?
It's just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless we see some more of that, and then we can just bam. Which we don't like to do, but
Yeah, we don't like to do that. We haven't had to do it yet, so.
yeah.
But what I was going to say is like one of the biggest separations between this and other sports and something that takes me out is you don't have like an old timers game where it's like, oh, Shaq's going to come in and whip the shit out of all these new guys.
Well,
or Michael
he
Jordan's
could,
going to come in and whip the shit out of these other guys. These
Oh, wait,
new
what was
guys-
that movie?
It was called Practice.
Practice?
No, not the movie.
Oh.
Jordan came in and practiced and beat a bunch of the young
Oh,
guys
did he?
a couple years ago. Yeah,
That's fucking cool.
because he owns the Bobcats or part owner. He went
Okay.
into a practice and they started doing one-on-ones and Jordan was winning.
Just being shit
That's pretty
all.
good, yeah.
And everyone's
Okay.
all like, God damn it!
But they also have they do have the old timers, but it's old timers only.
Yeah.
Like
But you
the,
don't have
the
like
celebrity games and
Yeah,
shit. Like
you're
What was
not
that
gonna
movie
have-
that came out? That one with the basketball, the old people in basketball?
Uncle Mike,
Uncle
Uncle
Drew.
Drew,
Uncle Mike. That's the gun holster.
Uncle Joey, I thought.
Uncle generic name.
It's bowling.
Yeah, but like straight up, it like you don't have like
made of wood?
you're not gonna have James Harden come out like if you're gonna have like an
We don't mention James Harden.
I know Penny Hardaway. And I
But
know
you don't-
Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
Remember Little Penny?
Little Penny was the shit, man. Little Penny and Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
That's the last time he watched basketball.
Grant Hill drinks Sprite?
goddamn okay.
Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
I remember those commercials. I like Grant Hill.
Yeah, you drink Sprite. Big fan.
I like James Harden.
Big fan of his drinks.
James Harden.
What the fuck does that mean?
I got a shit ton of shoes and like a bunch of his socks and stuff.
You just
It's
took
a
his
beard
clothes?
thing. Like anything he puts his name on, I buy.
He puts his
Why?
name on Fruit of the Looms and you just buy
Why?
it?
No, I wouldn't.
Did he sign the socks? Like Mick
No,
Foley?
no.
Mick Foley will sign a sock for you, dude.
Yeah, you get a signed Sacco.
Will he sign my Hardens? Like I got like.
Whoa! Why are you walking up to
Hello.
Foley with a hard on?
Hello.
Jesus, man! Was his loose pants really got you going?
What batch are we on?
Do you wear basketball shorts to a strip club?
No, I've actually only been to a strip club once. And it was to remove people. Like basically, like we're getting the fuck out now.
Oh, that's good.
That's like the only time I've been to the strip club.
Foley is coming to town October 13th. He's coming to this town with Jerry Lawler.
We're
And
about-
James
Oh,
Ellsworth.
and that thing? And who?
And James Ellsworth's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm going to go probably meet Foley and
When's it at?
Lawler again.
There's that thing I showed you.
And not support Ellsworth.
I think the meet and greet's going to be at the mall.
Oh, cool.
Tucson.
Dude, hell yeah.
And then the show's going to be at, I think, The Rock again. I don't know if I'm
I thought
going
it
to
was
go to
Rialto.
Is the Rialto this one?
I thought so.
I
Maybe.
have a
don't
hard
know.
time supporting that company because of how much they put Ellsworth on. He's a champion now. He's won one of their titles now. He's one of their main guys. So it's like,
Wait.
you're building your whole fucking...
Cactus League.
Oh, goddamn.
I know, I was going to start going, and then that was right when I started booking Ellsworth, and I was like, I'd rather not. But Cash showed up and looked great. That was here in Tucson. Anybody's watching?
Yeah.
Let's see, Rey Mysterio versus Dolph. Dolph makes a Goldberg entrance. He shakes the door so it looks like he hit it. It was really funny. And then he came out and did the thing. Then Dolph attacks Rey before the match, cuts a promo on Goldberg, and then Ali comes out and attacks Dolph. It goes to a split-screen commercial just in time to see Ali say, "Give me the mic," and then stand in the ring for a while cutting a promo.
And you can't
then
hear
you
shit.
can't hear shit. And I was all like, great.
We
At
didn't-
least you're not
I
going...
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that bit?
That was for a while.
It was for a while. Yeah.
I watched it on Hulu.
Yeah, Arizona Beach City, it's
Um,
Rialto. Sorry.
Rialto? All right.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. So then...
Ricochet?
And then it comes back and the match has begun. Dolph versus Ali. Not a bad match. Dolph gets the win. I don't know. I feel like I should be more excited about Ali, and I'm really waned off on him.
Yeah,
Fire's
they-
gone.
he's
The
become-
thrill is gone,
He's becoming the cop of WWE,
which could be cool.
the new big boss man.
Little boss man. Medium boss man.
I just wish they'd give him a nightstick. Baton. Start beating the shit out of people with
Yeah.
it.
Medium boss man.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Small medium.
Extra medium.
Let's see. After that, we got a Roman video, and then a Seth video, and then a SummerSlam ad video, and then Kayla interviews Roman. It was just I started listing all the videos because it was a long fucking time in between things happening. I was like, man, we're an hour in and we haven't seen much SmackDown. We've seen mostly Raw again.
Yeah, because SmackDown's the Raw recap.
Raw recap this week on WWE Raw. Let's see. Kayla interviews Roman, and Roman apologizes to Samoa Joe.
Samoa.
And then that was really all I got out of that. He didn't seem to know what was going on, and
The thing that's bothering me is they keep saying, "Oh, you know, who attacked Roman?" Like, the dude was driving a forklift last week.
yeah, how do you not?
How
see
do you
someone-
how do you not see like?
It's not
I could
the-
see the car because the windows were tinted, but the forklift, like,
You have so many cameras. The cameraman couldn't say, "Oh, it was this person."
yeah.
Like,
Who was interviewing him?
Kayla.
Kayla, yeah.
She could have seen right
yeah,
at it.
Yeah, come here, Roman. Oh, watch out. All you gotta do is look.
Her
And then-
reaction was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God, Roman, look out!
the entire thing wasn't a great. It wasn't.
And you know the other thing that's pissed me off about this, and you know it's wrestling, it's whatever, but it's like, oh, who did it? Is they keep showing camera angles that's strapped to either the forklift or the fucking car.
So fucking pissed me off, man.
I'm like, what the hell is going on
Oh,
here?
in
Like,
that Roman video, yeah, it was it was a dash cam.
yeah,
Turn the camera around.
yeah.
GoPros, dude. You got GoPros.
Yeah.
That-
Luckily, we put a GoPro in every car in the nation.
So, I said this. I thought this about Raw or last week's SmackDown, this week's Raw. They both felt like WCW, and not in a good way. They
Yeah.
felt like it's like this is that gimmicky Russo shit. Like, okay, why?
The updates on Twitter have been pissing me off. I know I've been like blowing you guys up, but I haven't even showed you half of them. Update.
I
The
haven't been going
forklift
on
driver was out sick. What? Update. Turns out it was a temp and not the original forklift driver. Okay. There was a whole bunch of... Update. It was an accident. Update.
Yeah.
It may not have been an accident. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, WWE.com?
Update: we're getting investigated by OSHA for this shit.
Yeah.
Then it
It's only
again
a
shows...
non-certified forklift operator.
He was a temporary forklift operator. That
They
means
need
he's
to be
non-certified.
certified.
He could have been started!
Does Roman get workman's comp?
He doesn't work.
I've goddamn.
Can't work.
I was like, let's not talk about benefits in WWE and stuff because it's that's gonna be a fun. You don't want to have
don't
him
go there.
Yeah.
You don't want
One of my
Oliver Twist getting mad at you.
Well, no, you, because I remember one of our Mr. Hashtag I am Matt Brown asking you, and you went on for a while, and then after you left the room, I went over to Matt Brown. That's why I'm not gonna bring it up during the show. Just walked away.
Yeah, because you want to be a piece of shit. I'll fucking let you out. You fuck.
You fuck.
You fuck.
You fucking fuck.
Yeah.
I don't
That's why I drink at work. Makes me talk bad.
You and
Let's make me talk no so good.
Not so good. After that, we got the Harley Race video again. Cheers again to the old Harley Race. 8-time NWA champion.
And clink your 40.
Get away from me, man. You're gross.
Don't spit.
Let's see. After that, we got Natalya versus Ember. And what I said out loud, who wins this?
Who?
Who does this help?
Bailey apparently.
Yeah, Bailey was the winner. And here's the weird bit. I was thinking, so it's challenger versus challenger match, but fucking why? No one comes out looking good no matter which way you do it. And I was like, best case is you bury one and make the other one look good for before their title matches. Like, what's the fucking point? And that's exactly what they did. It wasn't bad overall. Natalya gets them both counted out doing a sharpshooter outside of the ring. So we're getting that edge Natalya, that heel Natalya that I've missed for a while. I really like when she was on SmackDown in a heel. I mean, the double countout's what we saw at Elimination Chamber, her and Nikki. So, I mean, maybe you change things to like Falls Count Anywhere match with her and Ember down the line or something once they both lose or some shit. But ultimately, I'm not sure who really got helped out in that story. And Bailey comes out and saves Ember. And I don't really know what the fuck's going on.
No, I agree. I'm sorry. The thing we tried to got rid of was still up on mine. I realized our feed wasn't working, so I was like, oh, cool. I'm loving still seeing this horrible thing.
I'm surprised that it wasn't censored out after you being called a crybaby got censored.
One word got censored out in it, and it wasn't the word you thought.
Yeah, it wasn't baby.
He's creepy. But no, I that got censored out. He's creepy got censored out of mine.
Yeah.
No, but I
Creepy got censored out? Oh my god.
but I agree
He's
with
cunty.
you. God, it would be cool if it like censored out, like just accept everything that's for the first person. Like, fuck. No,
Yeah,
but
damn it.
I don't know why they did this. I don't know why. It felt like both of these shows were like a bunch of like false finishes to just not move anyone forward. There's a lot of people missing, a lot of things that they could have done otherwise that would have been better. It just didn't, and this is kind of emblematic of it to me. Like, I don't know what the benefit of this was. Maybe it would have been better served by having Natty face someone on Raw and have Ember face someone on SmackDown, and you could have built two other people up. Have Lacey versus Natty and have it be a good match. Have Naomi versus Natty and have it be a good match because Naomi's like like that, just something like that. And
Carmella in the match should be good.
Oh hell yeah!
We're going to get to that here in a minute, Shadow King. There's not a lot left for us to cover on SmackDown. We're going to talk a little AEW, but yeah, I felt the same. I don't know where this is going, who it helps. I felt like this was something that could have been a live event. It would have been cool at a live event, but I don't know why it was here. Kevin Owens show with Shane McMahon happened. Not bad, fun, entertaining guys.
It's alright.
Yeah, they're good.
Entertaining guy.
I think they're both good at what they're doing. They're both getting exactly what they need out of the crowd.
They are, but and I think that this is so much better because it's KO and Shane. I've not been a fan of Shane with some people. It's so much more than I've ever needed to see Shane.
I think that's by design. I think they want us mad, want us hating him. He's the biggest heel in the company right now, and he can make someone right now. And the pop that KO can get from beating Shane McMahon could be huge.
He's not successfully made two people already.
Who are you talking about?
Miz and Roman. I don't feel like those.
Who's gonna make Roman?
Yeah, who's? But
Cancer barely made Roman.
Hey.
I was rooting for Cancer.
Hey, some people care about Roman.
I will give you that, but you're gonna tell me he beats Cancer and he's not over, and you think Shane McMahon's gonna get him over now?
No.
My ass, man. He had his fucking chance.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Fucking blame Shane for that.
Yeah, but still, like they put.
This guy.
I feel like
This guy.
but also before this, we were talking about how much Shane was on each show.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how much less Shane I'm seeing.
We've been getting worked, is I think what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were out here complaining and bitching about exactly what they wanted us to complain and bitch about. They wanted us talking every week about Shane McMahon and how much we hate Shane and boo that
Absolutely.
motherfucker and get rid of Shane. And now what's happening? Fuck yeah, go KO, kick his ass. Tell us how you feel, KO. You feel just like me, I'm a fan.
Kick his ass, embarrassed.
Yeah. We've
Fair.
been getting worked, man. I think we've been getting worked. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm saying they fucking got us, man.
No, fair. I'm still like, okay, even saying that's like, cool. God, I still fucking don't want.
I know, you still want to boo him, and I think it's perfect. That's so good.
Cool, you got us. Now get him the fuck off my goddamn TV.
Yeah, get out of here.
So, real quick, going back to the Dolph Ali thing. That's what I was going to bring up, and I missed it.
Go back.
Yeah, go back.
So,
So, it was the commentary that pissed me off because, what's his name? Dolph went for Sweet Chin Music,
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh, this is the move that he stole from HBK," and he was like, "All right, fine," and then Ali does that X Factor,
Oh, yeah.
and then he goes, and they're like, "Oh, he's paying homage to Hall of Famer X-Pac," and I was
Yeah.
like, "What's the fucking difference?"
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
bringing up. That
did he get permission to do it?
yeah.
Oh, did he ask online?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit with Taz?
Yeah.
Can you please do this?
So, Darren Javokovich asked Taz on Twitter, "Do you mind if I use the Taz mission?" And he like ignored it at first because he looked at it. He tells the whole story on his podcast. I completely Taz show on podcast is worth every minute of your time every time it's on. Even if you've never heard it, it's almost 700 episodes in. Go back, rewatch all of it. Listen to all of it. There's not a single time he's talking that I don't think this is the best thing I've ever heard. And he talks about what's going on now. So even if you start listening now, you know where he's at. Yeah, so he said that he went on there and he looked up the guy's thing and he's got like no tweets. It's like the 2 tweets he sent to him. And he like asked him again even. So then he starts hitting up people in WWE and then next thing he's like, "Hey, is this legit? Is this guy's thing?" Like, "Oh yeah, he's always erasing his messages after he does them." He goes, "That's just him." And he goes, "Okay."
Yeah, he said some pretty shit things.
Yeah, he had a history of saying bad stuff on there. And so someone else was all like, made some sort of comment on it like, everybody steals everybody's shit anyway, so, take whatever you want. And then Taz is like, "Actually, I do mind, but this might not be the best forum to be asking me. How about you send me a DM and we can talk about this in private?"
Yeah.
And then eventually he was like, tweeted out again. He's like, "I just want people to know so there's no rumors. I gave him permission and my blessing and all this stuff." But, yeah, so there's this whole public forum thing where he's all like, "Can I use your move?" And Taz's like, "What?" Like, we know a lot of the same people. Why don't you just fucking call me?
Yeah.
But
Somebody has my phone number.
Sounds like such a fanboy.
yeah,
It
he's
would
a
be-
mark.
I mean, I think it'd be a funny angle if he reached out to other retired wrestlers. "Hey, can I have your move?"
Like, I have more moves. I need more moves.
Any help?
Speaking about moves, as long as we're on the topic, before we get too far, Revival and so the who's the Phoenix Bloods? Lucha Bros. The Lucha Bros put out a tweet of the picture of themselves, says best tag team in the world, and then the Young Bucks responded with a laughy face, and then Dawson responded with like 2 laughy faces, and then Peyton Royce and Dawson went back and forth between all these laughy faces, and then ultimately Scott Dawson said, "You can't be a tag team if you never tag. But you're a pretty good moves team." Like, zinger. Yeah.
Damn it.
So yeah, KO and Shane. Shane McMahon.
Best in the world.
Take the goddamn mics.
That was pretty good. We don't have time for this shit.
We don't got time. We don't got
You
time for
leave me
this.
hanging? You leave me hanging? You leave me hanging?
What? Oh, I thought you were trying to hand me a mic. I was confused. And I was like,
Here, take my number. No, just gonna say anymore.
I do think it was a really good spot. I do find it a little interesting, this whole I Quit match business without being an I Quit match, but it's a Kevin Quits match, and I'm not putting my career on the line, and I just don't know where it's going after the fact. It just doesn't, something seems a little off with it, but I do think that they could put on a good match. Again, they have in the past, and we'll see where it goes.
I feel like the reason that they had this conversation even was I think a lot of people were like, what the fuck reason is Shane doing this? Like, why is it just one side quitting?
Well,
And they had to
it's-
address it.
It's the risk versus reward type of thing.
Yeah.
What's KO gaining?
Yeah.
He's putting everything on the line. Shane's doing nothing.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, too, KO's doing this whole I will quit the company, not I'll leave the brand like he has in the past. So it just makes you curious. Where does it go? What do they do? I don't know. I'm willing to watch to find out on that one. After that, we got Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black, and you saw more of that than me, so tell us how it started.
I had to think about it.
You just fucking told us a minute.
Yeah, no.
So it starts
is
with
long enough to
Aleister
go.
Black lying back.
No,
No.
it starts with Sammy cutting a promo.
Sounds like a lot of
All right,
videos to watch.
sorry,
Yeah.
I'm skipping.
God damn it!
Yep. Shh. Get back.
Aleister.
Stay in your lane. So, Sammy.
Yeah, she's like your mic cuts out.
So Sammy's over there. Give me. Sammy's cutting a promo, and he's talking about Aleister Black. You know, asking people to challenge him. Cesaro does it, and then he goes back into the closet, and then he's like, you know, you feel sad for him, kind of almost like a depression vibe he's giving off, and then. You know,
buddy, you're not doing okay.
oh, come on. And then you hear Aleister Black's music. Everyone's, you know, going crazy. And then you see Aleister Black with a microphone, and he's like, you know, I agreed to that match, but it's not at SummerSlam. It's now. And then all of a sudden, he's, you know, the stage pops a boner, and Aleister Black walks out. And,
Spurts out.
yeah. That's it. That's, you know.
And so
And
we got
they,
Sammy versus Aleister Black. How was the match in general? I saw the end of it. I thought it was looking pretty good. It went for a while.
Yeah, it was a good
Much
match.
longer than it could have been. So
I didn't see any of it. This one.
cool.
Hey,
I will say
So
that
it was a good match. There was some nice back and forth. You know, Sammy looked strong at moments, and Aleister took it.
See, producer, I thought Sammy was kind of getting it quite a bit. Getting a lot of like kicks in, or getting kicked.
oh, he was really taking a lot of hits.
He was taking a lot of hits, yeah.
I mean, Sammy didn't like. You didn't see the typical Sammy moves, the blue thunder bomb and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he was doing a lot more stuff.
No. I said you didn't see that stuff.
I thought you maybe meant like he was doing more moves. Like
No.
different types
I
of
was
moves.
saying you didn't see a lot of the normal Sammy
Oh, he's getting his ass kicked.
repertoire.
Yes,
He didn't get much showcasing.
I
him?
say yes.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he was doing Sammy stuff, but not
not the big
the
stuff.
Sammy stuff. Yeah.
I don't
makes
know why
sense.
this match happened here instead of SummerSlam, unless they're just trying to cut down on the time.
I think they were.
Otherwise, I don't see why or where it goes. And then also, where the fuck does it go from there? I cannot get behind this Aleister Black pick a fight with me bullshit. It makes no fucking sense in this world. Like, I'm all into buying into your world, into me believing that the Fiend is a mystic and Undertaker is dead, and Kane knows how to summon fire from goalposts. I believe this shit. I'm okay with suspending disbelief for that. I'm not okay with pretending that a competitive market where the idea is to be the best and to have a championship, and the idea of getting there is by having the most wins to get there, even when that's not the case. That's the story you tell us. To have someone lock themselves in a broom closet and say, come fight me, it seems to me like you just lock the broom closet and walk away. Fucking fine. Go ahead.
It's one
wait.
less competitor you have to worry about.
One less person to worry about. When who the fuck are you to prove anything? I haven't proved nothing to you. I can go get one of the titles off of anybody else. Beating you means absolutely nothing. So I don't know where you go with the storyline, and I don't know how you're going to get me behind him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I
Amazing
think,
matches and a stupid intro.
yeah. I think he needs to start just kicking people's asses.
Just go out
Just-
there and do
yeah.
it. Yeah, just go out there and lay people out, and then be like, let's have a fucking match.
You know what I want? I want him and Andrade and have a great match. Zelina goes to get involved and stops. You know what I mean?
They just make out.
Guess I'm my love or whatever.
Charlotte comes out and it's just like
It's
just an yeah. Well, Charlotte
it's
on
just-
Andrade.
Have Andrade and Zelina come out first, and then Aleister and Charlotte come out together.
And you're just like, this is awkward.
that's the next season at Mixed Match.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Fighting spouses.
Jerry, 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 Jerry.
Oh, that'd be great.
Let's see. After that, we get a
Jerry
really
Springer special
weird.
guest referee.
We get a Shelton Benjamin weirdo promo, which Jerry Springer was on WWE Network for a long time.
Yeah.
Really?
The too hot for TV.
Yeah. I don't know about the new design of it. There's a lot of stuff missing, and I thought it's just gonna start rolling in here and there. But it sounds like Hidden Gems is not coming back, even though they're still showing commercials for it. And which is also sexy. Hidden Gems was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shelton Benjamin cuts a really weirdo promo.
He really did.
You look like you questioned
My
your
voice
own-
got really high there. I was like,
Yeah. I just thought you said on your balls.
No, you hear it like scream.
No.
Squeal.
That dude can tie a knot. You know what I mean? He's fine.
so Benjamin cuts a promo.
So he does another one of those weirdo promos where they're all like, "Do you think you could go for the title ever?" And he's like,
But it wasn't the title. It was the 24/7 title.
"Is that what they said?"
They said the 24/7. Yes, they
said
did.
the world title. I thought.
I thought they said 24/7. Yeah,
Oh.
right.
I was reading up. I was like,
Yeah. They're like, "Do you think you can ever go for the 24/7 title?" And he's all,
well,
"Well," and then walks off.
do you know how fucking low on the card you have to be?
To aspire to the 24/7.
Not even aspire to have a non sequitur regarding the bullshit title. Well,
Yeah.
what is this?
You don't even feel confident at that title, man.
Who did you piss off? Because this is just like,
Yeah.
who did you fucking piss off? If they're doing this to you.
What even was that Shelton Benjamin promo? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And this is like, at least this one he had a word, but that's not all that much better than his like. It looks like one of those motion fucking toys where the
his
eyes just kind
shifty
of
eyes.
follow you around a little bit. Speaking of who the fuck did you piss off? Chad Gable's in a weird segment with Elias.
Yeah, who the
Boy,
Boy,
hey boy.
God damn it, Bobby.
It still takes me a minute to recognize him. I'm so used to his hair.
His little poof,
Yep.
little hair poof on the top. Little poof.
He looks like one of those strange PE teachers growing up.
He looks like when your kid cuts the My Little Pony hair with their own scissors. You know what I mean?
It looks better. I spent $40 on that fucking doll, kid.
After that, we got a really cool Kofi video where they're really laying in thick about that whole stupid business,
Stupid.
which I thought you would get a real kick out of.
I like that.
Because RKO did his, and
I thought that was going to be the whole focal point at first with their gimmick. Was stupid. You know, hey, I've come a long way from this. And they never showed that. They're like, oh, I beat your ass across the arena. And I was like,
They did it last week.
yeah,
no, I know. They did. But I'm saying, like, when they first started talking about it,
And
it
the
was...
spin on it was great. It was,
Yeah.
you're stupid to be in the ring with
Yeah.
me. You were stupid to think you contend
Yeah.
with me, which was not how that played out.
Yeah.
But so good.
Yeah, it was good. But as soon as they mentioned each other, that's the first thing that popped in my mind was the stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, stupid, you know, or
And
stupid.
I like how they do it because I was like, how are you going to do this? Because you're not going to say you fucked up the thing you're faking.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that? You fuck.
You get what I mean, though.
Oh my god.
Because there's no way since you fucked up the predetermined thing that we don't talk about. Like,
Let's see. After that, we ended up getting the New Day versus the Planet's Champions. It was a pretty good match.
They're not champions.
They're still the Planet's Champions.
No, they're not.
The Planet. They're still
They
there
threw
for
away
Planet.
the biodegradable.
no,
They
they biodegraded it.
They didn't even
Oh.
recycle it.
That's
Yeah.
why we never saw them. They would go out there and it'd be like the rapid dissolved toilet paper used camping. It's like, oh fuck, it's gone.
You use toilet paper when you camp?
Well, yeah. What do you do? Like, do you just like rub your hand and go like?
He doesn't go outside of
Yeah, we just don't
city
camp.
limits.
Don't camp.
To be fair, I'm saying this knowing nothing of camping because I've never gone camping.
Yeah.
But I know that
So
they
he
make
knows
fast-
he would bring it if he could.
Well, they make yeah.
If
They
I
make,
camped, I'd bring toilet paper.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
to me, I would be
Of
like,
course you're supposed to take shit paper out there, and I just whistled.
Yeah, no, you take a
Kevin, do they make fast degrading toilet paper?
I
Do they
don't
not?
know.
What you mean?
They
God!
do. No, they do, but I don't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way, it's gonna
take a
get
paper towel.
It's the same thing. Like the
it's just not as
Yeah.
fast. You don't see it live action. So you want to like wipe,
But-
throw
but
it down,
there's
and just
at
watch
least-
it like.
when you go out there and there's toilet paper, you know there's a flag there. But the biodegradable ones, disperse real quick, there's just a turd and you can step on it.
You don't bury it? I thought you put a little hole in the ground.
You could, but most people don't.
They don't? Why would you not do a hole?
Gross.
Most people don't do a hole.
For perspective, also just throw that out here. Camping to me is a Marriott.
Yeah, those are rough.
That's
Yeah.
roughing it.
Rough city. Some of them don't even have fridges.
I grew up kind of privileged, okay? So I'm just being transparent.
Oh.
So
No,
I don't
go-
understand how. I mean, I'm not saying dig a 6-foot hole and bury that shit with a crane. I'm saying you have a fucking.
But you don't have a person to dig it for you. That's like how it's supposed to be.
You don't go out there with any kind of like knife or spoon or something to make a little bit of fucking divot.
We
in the
didn't have
ground?
room for Virgil in the Mercedes.
No,
We're not going camping.
I'm saying most people.
Oh my god.
I'm saying most people go out there and you see the toilet paper, and then you're like, oh, there's a turd there.
That
You know,
would
you
piss
leave
me
it.
off, man. Fucking dig a little hole or put it in a bag.
No, you don't put it in a bag. You don't want to take that shit back home with you.
Why not? You want to just leave it?
Yeah.
No, you drive by,
collection.
You leave
you
it
drive
for
by
the-
Jeremy's house and you just drop that bag, light it on fire on the porch. Throw it at cops while you're driving.
Oh, when you're coming down the hill and you're coming down all quick, you just toss it out the window, pop on somebody.
Yeah, then it come back to you if you're driving down the
Oh.
hill like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Why do you have a fake turd?
You tell me you didn't bring your fake turds today.
Just as real ones.
It says doggy poo, but that's human size.
No.
Alright, let's take that's not
All right,
too
sorry,
long.
sorry.
But anyways, yeah. Sometimes people just turd out there.
It's so weird. Do you just leave it and like put a flag on it?
What I'm saying with the fast.
I'm saying if
Is
I'm
it
gonna
like a
leave a flag
state-
in it, I'm gonna leave a flag.
Is
Is
it
it
a
a little
state-
American flag
Yeah.
waving in it?
Why would you put an American flag on a turd?
Because it's mine.
No, you gotta put it.
It's fucking
I
American.
could see having marsh flags for flags for you.
Well, I'm at Brown Mountain faces.
Oh fuck!
I'm Matt Brown, and I'm a brown on the ground.
I left
Big old
the
man Brown.
I left the Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's over there? Oh, that's a Matt Brown. You don't want to step in that.
Yeah.
A Matt Brownie.
Matt Brownie. Oh, I'm a double chunk. Hefty. I'm a big old hefty Matt Brown.
My morning Matt Brown.
I gotta have a morning Matt Brown every day. Slip and slide.
Did you say slip inside or slip inside?
Sure.
Yeah.
On SmackDown?
Yeah. So speaking of
We're-
the Planet's champs,
We're in the dark hour.
yeah. The Raw hour. Let's see. So the Planet's champs. They knew they got the win, right?
I didn't.
I forget who won.
I think it was New Day.
Makes sense. But it
Maybe
wasn't
it wasn't.
Kofi.
I don't think it was. I think it was Danny.
Kofi wasn't there.
Wait, did they win
I
this
don't
split?
remember who won this one. I didn't write it down because I was
Fuck.
driving to the FedEx company to pick up the plaques.
Give me 30 seconds. Okay.
So either way, someone wins, and then it cuts to a Roman thing. Oh, he said they lost. New Day lost. So the Planet's champions win, and then it cuts to Roman, and they're all like, "Oh,
Oh,
Roman
wait,
goes."
no,
into
it was
the-
disqualification. Rowan hits everyone with steel
Oh, that's
steps.
right.
Oh, with the
It was-
steps.
it
That's
was.
right. He hit him with
Yeah.
the steps, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, New Day won. That was right.
Thanks, Misty, Shadow King Jin Fernan.
Can
How do you want me to pronounce your name, dude? I'm having a harder time with it now.
we just call you Jeff or?
Can you type
What-
out how
hey.
you want us to pronounce this?
Yeah, can you type out phonetically how you would like us to pronounce your name now?
He's gonna type out Shadow King.
Missed.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he just writes out Shadow King.
The rest of the shit's silent.
Yeah. Just all of a sudden we just see unfollow. Like, fuck, man, I just wanted to
Not
say it right.
again.
We want to respect you.
So it goes to Roman, who goes in there to beat the shit out of Buddy Murphy and be like, "Hey, man, I know you saw the thing, and tell me what you saw." And then he throws Buddy Murphy up against the wall and says like, "Oh, I'm gonna blast you," or whatever. And then he's like, "Who did it? Who done it?" And he was all like, "It was Rowan. It was Eric Rowan all along." And then
You know the thing that makes me mad about that? They should have at least showed Buddy Murphy there. You know what I mean?
No, he was like with the forklift.
Yeah.
You could see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could see him
I
walking.
haven't seen
He was walking in the back, and then there was like a Rowan walking towards the forklift, which made no sense. But
Oh, Rowan was walking towards it.
Rowan was walking towards the forklift while Buddy Murphy was walking away. Is the two different shots you see, but it doesn't make any sense either way. So he wants to be Mr. Ganhard. I'm alright with that.
G.
G. Mr. Ganhard G. Hard G. Is it hard G? Yeah, Mr. Ganhard G. It's not
No.
a soft G right there.
He's not saying hard G.
Silent
at the
like
end.
lasagna.
He's saying the Gan part is hard G.
Yeah, Mr.
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 Gan.
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 Oh, I thought hard G.
Mr. Gaforin.
Real G's is silent like lasagna. That's what I thought he was
Mr.
saying.
Gan hard G.
Ganhard G.
Mr. Ganhard G.
Yeah. Mr. Ganhard G. Yeah, like you don't fucking know.
I'm Mr. Ganhard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You broke him.
That's just how we
You
talk.
broke
bro.
him.
That's how I talk on this side of town now.
Not.
That's how I'm always talking like that.
You never talk.
Eric Rowan, if he is the one who attacked Roman, which he must be at this point, is doing the Fiend's bidding. I mean, I'm not against that if that's where it goes, but I mean, Daniel Bryan did seem a little confused in the ring afterwards when they were cutting to him.
I know, that's what I was gonna say, is that Daniel Bryan almost was like one step away being like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You
What
know?
are they talking about?
Yeah. Don't do
Um,
that shit.
Yeah,
You're my giant.
And I guess that's true with Bray saying that he is unfinished business and such, and all the Roman stuff that took place a while back. So I could see that. Who knows Bryan's secret announcement?
Announcement.
So are you saying that Daniel Bryan's secret announcement has to do with Bray Wyatt? That he's let in Bray Wyatt and that's going to change his career? Because, I mean, I could see him teaming up with Bray again like they had in the past. I'd want to see some fucking face paint on both these motherfuckers, get them crazy.
Yeah.
I want Liv to show up with them. Have a whole
Oh
fucking
yeah, she
faction.
cried and then we've never seen her since.
She'll be back. She'll be back. She just cried and did her thing. She'll be back. You know who I was thinking about? Really excited not to see in a long time? Lars Sullivan.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say Lacey.
Oh, yeah.
Both of those are terrible ideas.
No, I'm just glad they haven't been seen in a long
Oh,
time.
no, no.
I'm
Oh,
so
yeah,
happy
I
where
was
they're
just-
at.
I thought you said you
Sounds
were
like-
glad that, you know,
You want to see him back? I don't
Yeah.
know.
No.
No, I'm just glad they've been gone for a long time. Nia Jax as well. Couldn't be happier she's not on TV. Let's see, Daniel Bryan's announcement leaves Rowan irrelevant.
for her
So Rowan
injury
is
updates every
desperate
day,
and
so
lets
I can
Bray
remember when
Wyatt
you're
come back
dead.
into his life. So whatever Bryan's announcement is, you think will just render him detached from Rowan? I could see that. Lets Bray Wyatt come back into his life. I can see that, but at the same time, so here's my problem with the Daniel Bryan announcement is I don't give a shit anymore, and I don't know what the fuck it is that's going to be relevant, because clearly he's still wrestling. Clearly it's not a retirement thing. Clearly it's not an injury. So whatever it is, if it's I'm going singles, that doesn't need a fucking announcement. So I don't know where they're going with it, and I kind of am over it.
Yeah. Any way they go with it, I kind of feel annoyed and honestly upset because I feel like
What?
any.
sorry.
I was just, any way they go with this announcement, they are playing into something people care about. People care about Daniel Bryan. By saying it's an announcement, they're referencing someone who retired for injuries, and that's fucked up. That would be like Roman has an announcement to make regarding his health, and it's like,
No, why?
great,
Um,
that's fucking terrible. And then he comes out and says, "I'm healthy to wrestle." So you made me worry that you're going. Like I do invest in this, even like I'm not. You may not be my favorite. I do invest in this. I'm really worried because I know people care about you, and you're now playing with the fact that you were really
You're pulling on the human emotion heartstring.
twice
Yeah,
at this
that's
point.
it,
It's
yeah.
like fuck off.
Well, see, to me, it wasn't I've never had the inkling that it was his health. I've never had that.
Initially I did, but that was it. Just the very
No, because
initial.
remember he had an epiphany after losing to somebody. I forgot who
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. And then he's like,
I
and
know
then
what I have to do.
yeah, and then he kind of like laughs and walks off. I forget who it was that he lost to. And had the epiphany about.
It was when they lost the titles, I think, the tag titles.
No, because it was afterwards. Maybe it might have been a rematch, but then they don't do automatic rematches.
That's what I think. I think it was just when they lost them. I know what we have to do, and we're meant to be the Platinum champions and all that.
But I remember him having an epiphany, and I don't remember who the Epiphany was about anymore at this point. And that's when he was, the next week, I'm making a career announcement. Then it's been a month and I forgot.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really fucking matter. It seems.
Yeah.
Mr. Ganhard G says that he thinks that it's going to be him going back to NXT or 205 Live.
He's gonna change his name.
What are you talking about? Mr. Ganhard G.
Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, he thinks Daniel Bryan's going to go back to NXT or 205. I don't see that, but I don't know what announcement he's going to make that's fucking relevant. Unless his announcement he's going for the 205 title and bring it to SmackDown or some shit. I could see that, where he's like, I'm going to go bring the cruiserweights here, but I don't see...
But it could be playing into the Bray thing, him having an epiphany. I know what I need to do. I need to get back in touch with my dark side, with the Wyatt family type of thing. But I just can't remember who he lost to and what the epiphany was. Because I want to say it was a singles match. Rowan was on the outside.
I don't know. It was definitely when he didn't have the title anymore.
Going after the NXT North American title.
Yeah, fuck that. He's not going for the North American title. Like, what was him and Killian Dane having at it?
Oh, God.
Not having it.
Might not be a terrible match, but
Yeah, probably pretty good, actually.
not that should be the title they're going for.
That would bring us to the end of the WWE week.
One thing, now that we're at the end of this, I want to note. So on our go home week for SummerSlam, we don't see Kofi or Randy other than these pre-tapes. And it kind of felt like weird. Like, why are you missing? Like I feel like they should have been out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like on the show more. They felt so unfeatured. But it's also partly because you're also double featuring so much on both shows. Why did you have to do that?
Well, I know they said Kofi wasn't there, and I don't know the reason why Kofi wasn't there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you showed Orton, maybe even attacking the New Day during that match.
Yeah.
Would have been
I mean, exactly.
RKO out of nowhere instead of steel steps.
Instead we have Roman's thing.
And then he yells stupid at Big E and walks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're using the New Day as leverage for the Roman Daniel Bryan thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know where they go with Roman and all of that. I mean, does that make Roman also not in SummerSlam?
He's not.
No.
As of right now, because his whole thing was he was making an announcement who his SummerSlam opponent is, and now he's not in it.
I don't get why there was a big thing about who is he challenging? Who is he challenging?
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope this dude gets hit by a fucking light crane.
But then the other one that was weird too is Braun.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that aren't being featured, and they may not. Some people don't have matches. That's fine.
Thank
But-
God Goldberg's on it. That guy
Yeah.
needs a fucking push.
That's also it is. We
And Trish.
spent so much time on Miz. We spent so much time on Goldberg. We spent so much time on Shawn. We spent so much time on so many people that
Shane McMahon.
don't need it.
Yeah.
And I'll give you that I can get Shane because they're supposed to hate him, but
These other people we're not supposed to hate, and you're making me not happy you're there.
I have a feeling that we're gonna, if we see anything with Roman at SummerSlam, because I for some reason think it's going to be part of that show, there'll be some component to it. Then why did we cut Sammy and Alistair if that's not there? Like, this shouldn't be there. It doesn't need to be part of the pay-per-view. I would be annoyed if I were a kid and I'd spent $70 on a fucking pay-per-view, and we have a 20-minute Roman Reigns backstage segment, not in the ring or in ring action.
That's why you had a black box, right?
Then I would spend the money.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that shit. I wasn't going to put up with that.
Spice TV.
I was,
Hell yeah.
I was only allowed to order like 2 pay-per-views a month.
A month?
A month? Christ, dude.
Remember?
Isn't that every
Marriott.
pay-per-view?
Marriott.
Dude, 2 pay-per-views a fucking month?
Isn't that every
It's
pay-per-view?
every fucking pay-per-view. From WCW
Well, not
and WWE?
Not necessarily. Just I would like old story movies and stuff too. Like
What?
yeah,
You pay-per-view movies?
yeah.
What? The whole world's on demand. It's all fucking Netflix
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, this is when I was
Redbox
a
is
kid.
$1.
This is when I was a kid. Yeah, yeah.
2003.
2008.
2000.
Yeah.
We're going back to 1997.
Yeah. Back when pay-per-views was a
4
thing.
when that year. No,
So
5.
that brings us to the end of the WWE week. I do want to make sure we talk a little bit about AEW and NJPW. So let's start off with
we have
NJPW
to?
G1. Anything going on? I know that the world was up in arms about Dean Ambrose, John Moxley getting his first loss.
I saw that.
Toru Yano.
Wait, real quick. Are the New Day putting the titles up on SummerSlam?
I don't think so. Guess who? No, I don't think
Rowan,
there's any tag
Dana
title.
Bryan?
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any tag title on the line.
Yeah, the club's not on it. Like I'm not understanding the card that much.
I only know about like 6 matches on it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do prediction show
But
this
anyways,
Sunday.
yeah. No, I was just
you said
wondering
you're
if-
not on it.
No.
So we're gonna have a special guest sit in for Clump.
Special comedian coming from Los Angeles.
That's actually true. All that's true. So Moxley gets his first loss to a comedy act in NJPW. The guy who tries to sell DVDs to guys in the ring. And it's all goofy and shit.
But he does do good matches.
That's what I was gonna ask. How was the match though?
I didn't see the match.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I don't have
That
NJPW. You said
That helps.
Yeah. I don't have
Aren't
NJPW.
you or
But I thought maybe
No,
you could YouTube it.
you
or-
guys have done that designation. I get it for AEW. I said very early on, I don't have NJPW.
I
This
thought
shit-
you could find like bits of it or hear about it or something.
Not that one.
Oh my god.
I can talk to you about the people involved.
Mr. G Hard, tell me you watch the G card.
Or Keith or anyone out there.
No. John Moxley's still in the lead for.
Is he?
Because I'm pulling up the GO and stuff, so I'm learning shit,
Okay,
asshole.
He's gonna
So
watch it.
It's all good.
No, no,
speaking
John
of
Moxley. So for
He's still number 1 in the card.
for his block, and he's ahead in his block. He's ahead of Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Tetsuya Naito, Jay White, Jeff Cobb, Juice Robinson, Taichi, Toru Yano. He is ahead of, and Shingo Takagi. Which it does. I mean, I think it's more. It gives Toru Yano a move up because Toru Yano, he is someone who has held belts. He's someone a lot more in tag belts, like their 6-man tag belt. He's in a lot, and he does good matches. So occasionally you got to give him wins, which I do think is a good value there.
Moxley can't win this card, right? He can't.
He's the head, but everyone else against him. I think what they're trying to do in the other card is, the other card has a lot more names in it.
Yeah.
Number 1 in the other card is Okada.
Okay.
Then number 2 is Ibushi.
Doesn't it go to the head-to-head on 2 cards? So you're talking about there's a potential for Moxley Okada? I could see them doing that.
Or Moxley Ibushi. Because I think part of this also could be that. Now, here are the other ones that are kind of crazy that are lower. You have Evil, Kenta, Sanada, and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Fuck those guys.
No. you have their John, that's lower, and then you have this is the second lowest rung, Bad Luck Fale, Will Ospreay, and Zack Sabre Jr.
They're on the bottom?
Yes.
Wow.
The only person below them is Lance Archer.
The best in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Ospreay, I'm WWE.
But the thing also, this
Seth
is a
Rollins
long-
wouldn't be that low on the card.
This is also a long ass tournament.
Probably would be.
Like, this is also a long ass fucking
That's
tournament.
what I was gonna say. It's been going on for 3 months now, right?
Basically, it's like they do these block round robin tournaments. They do multiple ones a year, and they last months. So
So when is it supposed to end? Because
September.
September.
June climax is in September.
September what?
I think it's middle of September.
So it's gonna be after All Out, but before they go live.
Yep.
TNT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I am curious to see what happens with Moxley. Does Moxley continue to work both brands? Because he's been doing interviews recently where he's like, it's not a competing issue, so I don't know. But also, conversely, I don't see a huge benefit to right now if you're only having one person across. If you want to have more transfer over between both brands, I'm okay with that, but have both brands.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? Right now, there's like some tensions between NJPW and AEW.
They basically, I don't know if there's tensions, but they're not working with each other.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's
So
like
why would you let
negative.
your
It's
guy
more
go?
like we're basically both sides like, I'm not going to give you to someone else to get hurt on their dime like we've talked about. And that's
everyone's
fair.
been saying that this isn't like a scheduling conflict, and I think that's the whole point of this all is that, oh, there's not a conflict, there's not a conflict. They don't want to say that they're not allowed to once they go live on TNT, but I bet you fucking dollars to donuts. Once they're live on TNT, these guys are not seen anywhere else. They are exclusive to TNT.
Well, I think TNT would be smart to say, hey, you need to give them exclusive contracts. We only need them here.
We don't want them out there.
Well, and they did even with Moxley. They did have a rule. He is not competing in the U.S. for G1. So his card, the card with Okada and Ibushi, did have an event in Dallas. That other card with Moxley, not on it.
And you know what Moxley and Jericho both said about that, about not being the Dallas thing? I was never booked to be on that one.
Deliberately, yeah, because they're
Deliberately?
Yeah. You're not competing in the U.S. here. You have that level, you know.
Yeah. So they were trying to say like there was no tension here. Like people were like, "Oh, you're not allowed to." He goes, "Oh, it wasn't that I'm not allowed to. I was just never booked on it." Well, why would they not fucking book two of the biggest names they have in America?
Yeah.
Maybe because you
That'll
weren't
bring in-
supposed to be.
Yeah, that'll bring in a lot of money.
Yeah. You're telling me I could have seen Jericho and Moxley on the same place in Dallas, and you're saying that Japan was just like not needed.
Yeah, we don't need it.
I do have another one, Dad.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm just putting it there.
No, hear it on here.
NWA is evidently going to start producing their own weekly show from a studio in Atlanta. Is starting in October.
That's like where TNA was doing it, wasn't it?
No, where WCW was, because TNA was out of Florida.
Florida.
TNA's studios for a long time were the studios at Universal Studios that WCW did do some tapings.
And Nick Aldis, the NWA champion, actually came out and said that he was in talks with AEW, and they told him that he could not work both companies. That if he came to AEW, he would have to leave NWA. And he said, I don't know why I would leave behind the 2 years I've worked on this. And he said they came to terms with them not coming to terms, that because AEW wanted that exclusive contract. Which again leads into the idea that I think AEW is going to be a lot more exclusive than the fans are thinking they are. And then they're trying to talk about, the side of their mouth a little bit. Like, it's not that we're not allowing people to do stuff, but we are asking for exclusions. And I'm not even saying that's bad.
No.
I think it's smart. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But I think it's weird to hide it,
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know necessarily.
It's because it's the way they first announced it.
right?
It's the, hey, you can go wherever you want. You can, you know.
We're going to be different and all that. We're free and all that. So I
Yeah.
think they're trying to be careful. How do you say that we're exclusive without saying
without
you're
backtracking.
in their early things before they had the company, they talked about the journeyman aspect. Once they had their big announcement with Jericho, they weren't talking too much about people coming. They weren't. But their fans, I think it was the assumed thing. Well, a lot more of this, and it's something,
Excuse me.
yeah, that's been part of this that I do want to say is, a lot of when we say like they're doing this, a lot of it really that we're talking about is it's the fans saying it.
The fan saying, yeah.
Yes, I don't.
The fans
That's
are saying
not
out of
Matt,
nowhere.
but that's not Matt Nick. That's not Matt Nick. I think that's the assumption of them because they did this before. No,
And because of what they said in the beginning. Because in the beginning, like you said, it was very journeyman. So what?
but that was
You gonna try that?
before. The Journeyman aspect
Yeah.
was before they had any
This is
AEW.
gonna be. This is the sweetest fucking drink. I can't go from syrup to this.
Well, I went from that to that. So
Was that rough?
in comparison,
That's what I mean. Like, I don't want to not like this because I've been drinking syrup for a while.
yeah.
I say we
Wait.
save this.
Which one was mine?
Oh,
That does smell like hangover.
dude, no. What are you talking
This is
about?
yours.
This one's yours.
Okay. This
Well,
not my puke.
let's wait on this one. I'll have Whistle Pig, but I'm not.
That smelled freaking booyaka.
Pecan pie liquor just sounds like a very American drink. Like, you will die. But
It smelled like that. I was gonna get some of that, and I smelled it, and I was like,
Well, it's because we've been smelling simple syrup this whole night, man. That's not fucking on me, dude. This shit was so good last week.
oh fuck
This
that.
was the smoothest shit.
I'm now smelling all these. Just
that one's not as
this
rough,
is
right?
this is not that bad.
Yeah.
this
All
is
right,
smell that.
Because this is sweeter. So, no, look.
No,
you
no,
can't-
it's not that sweet.
This is sweeter than this.
That's cleaning fluid.
No, it's fucking not. You shit.
Oh, fuck, wet my
You've been
hands.
sniffing simple syrup all night. You want to have a sip of some 10-year rye and be like, oh, they smell different and harsh.
I don't want to
I'm
drink any of
gonna-
this shit. I'm just
I'm
like,
gonna get a little just for last call.
this is so. What I like with this when I smell it is I think this is Eric when he was like when you're like, oh, I'm gonna start drinking, like, oh, it's I think of like, oh, sweet stuff that tastes good. I know it ain't gonna taste fucking good.
No, it tastes good.
Well,
No, it doesn't. Stop. Stay
no,
away.
don't worry. I don't.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Keep asking if it's too sweet.
It's
It's
not too sweet.
I think it's borderline too sweet. I think it's too sweet.
I think it's pretty close to too sweet, but I think it's also like dangerously smooth where it's like I could just drink this for the night and be done with it.
No,
I
but then
probably
you're gonna
could've-
wake up the next morning with a splitting headache.
With that like champagne headache.
Yeah.
I feel like you get that
Yeah.
sugar headache that you get from like Smirnoffs. Someone was
From
saying,
Smirnoff.
yeah.
Do you still drink Smirnoff Ice and Zima?
No, Zima's relabeled the White Claw now.
Oh, really? That's what White Claw is?
Basically.
But no, the answer
With
is
more
no.
flavor.
Yeah, I'll say no. There's no way I drink that at work.
TP poker.
TP Poker!
Cheers!
TP Poker does love the ladies.
You love us, ladies?
Oh!
He claimed
The
it.
TP Poker.
You made Crump's night.
TP Poker. Dude, by the way, you still have not given me a place to send you this thing. And dude, the only poker chip we signed was for you, dude. Which camera? Which camera am I on? Live? 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 Live?
Oh, no.
Live? 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 To poke. I signed one for you, dude. So let me know where to go.
We're gonna get another Twitch complaint. Now you're harassing someone in again.
I know now. I'm just like, I need it. Just give me a friend's address or a school. Give me your work address or something.
P.O. box.
P.O. box. Something, man. Tell me a bush to drop it in.
No, don't
Wait.
say that.
Not to him. I wouldn't say that's TP Poker, actually. He's going to give me the wrong
Where
bush.
can we send a carrier pigeon?
North of the
A
wall.
crow. Yeah. We're staying
So,
out.
AEW has announced their first 3 locations. The first one's going to be DC, second one Boston, third one
Philly.
Philadelphia. Home
this
of
single-
Extreme Rules, WWE.
They need to bring shit West Coast.
I hope they do.
I think there's a reason they're not.
Because Vegas didn't do as well as they thought.
But I think this.
I get it.
Yeah. I think this. So Taz brought up a really good point. Yes, there's a lot of excitement to AEW. Very cool. Yes, they sold out in 3 hours or some shit on the DC show. But you're pulling in people from Boston. You're pulling in people from Carolinas. You're pulling people from Connecticut, New York, Maryland.
Yeah, that's a very tight location. You can pull from like states.
Yep. And so
Here-
is Boston and Philadelphia. The thing that people are saying when they're talking about this is the thing that I just thought was great to bring up because, again, I think it is awesome. Piper daughter fighting the next pay-per-view. I want more details, TP Poker, whatever you're talking about. I want more details. It's not fair to compare AEW's sellouts right now to WW's non-sellouts for their Raws and SmackDowns. And he said, and the reason why is because you're talking about a company that has been doing the loop, as an entire term. Someone's been doing the tour of the country for 50 fucking years. And you think of countries like, or cities like Boston, Philadelphia, DC, they're going to go there every year. They're going to go there a couple times this year.
Well, and they have that brand ability that even if somebody doesn't watch it, like I think of like, I got my wife's family has like there's a little cousin on that side, loves wrestling, doesn't know too much about it. His parents kind of know it a little bit. His dad knows more. They know WWE. They may not watch every week. They may not watch every pay-per-view. They know it. So when they say, "Oh shit, they're coming to TCC," they're gonna go for it.
Or
If they
they're going to talk about it. Are we going to go this time or are we going to go next time?
If AEW comes through, they might have some things come up, but they would probably be like, oh, well, it's like Cactus League? Okay, whatever, that's big. They might see it like some bigger event for some small promotion. Like, I don't know.
But
does
in
Robbie
turn-
like those?
But in turn, also, is AEW coming back around this town again? We never know. So where AEW comes into a town and it seems like maybe a one-time only, WWE coming to town seems like, oh, should I catch this round to the next one? Do I got time? I can always go back. They can also wait a month to get a ticket. We saw they're announcing in September. We still haven't decided when we're getting tickets. I know I'm going to go. I'm going to get a ticket whenever. AEW makes an announcement and everyone's like, they may never come back. I better get my ticket right now. You know what I mean? So it's just
See,
different
the thing
mentality.
with me is with AEW, they went to Vegas, expecting everyone to be drawn to Vegas.
Nope. That's kind of a silly ass thing.
It is, but the thing is that they've never done California at all.
They didn't do well in Florida. They just didn't. They didn't sell out a 4,000 seat arena in their hometown.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like so I'll say a couple things. One is I feel like maybe what hurt them in Florida was It was attached to a weird thing. It was a weird venue, which it's an adventurous venue to utilize, but it may not
Wait,
be
which one are we talking about? Are we
Jacksonville, the one that the Fight for the Fallen.
talking-
The
Yeah,
one that was like that weird.
I thought that was an awesome venue.
It was unique.
It was
Yeah.
yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I had mixed feelings about it. Some people thought it looked amazing. I just thought it looked different. I just didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, the other thing, and this is the thing I will knock AEW on, being your correspondent who sometimes feels like the punching bag for AEW. They don't.
It's just a punching bag. Period.
Period. Yes. Fair. I mean, I can take a few hits, but I feel like I don't with the exclusive contracts. I don't know if that was the fandom more than them with selling out. I do feel that that's them pushing that. I feel like this time I was a bit happier. Cody said if we sold, he didn't say like he said that we sold out, but he was then going into in the interviews more. It has this many seats. If we sold 4,000 because we were only opening this block, he went into the whole thing. We're opening this block. If we sold that block, that's fantastic. 4,000,
Yeah.
8,000, great. I like that more. That's
100%.
more transparent, open. Because when you say we sold out in 30 minutes, we sold out in this, and then we see Double or Nothing, we see spots, and we hear all the stories. Well, maybe you need to be more transparent. Just be
Yeah.
like, we are so fucking proud that we're even in this arena.
But see, but
100%.
But the problem with that too is that with them saying, "Oh, we sold out," for the fans that didn't jump on it, why look at tickets?
That's true. You just don't look anymore.
Yeah,
And
they're
WWE
like,
was
I'm
always
not-
all like, "Oh,
I'm
get
not gonna-
tickets now." Or,
Yeah, I'm not going to pay the third party ticket price. I'm not even going to look anymore. It's
Yeah.
sold out. The tickets on third party market are going to be skyrocketed. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to look.
And I will say that I've thought for a long time that AEW has nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to ticket sales, but it's weird the way they're trying to present it as better than or bigger than something than it is. That so I agree. Like especially with Fight for the Fallen, right? They sold out straight away. It sold out in 30 minutes. They pumped open another 1,000 seats. Okay, well if you sold out, then how's there another 1,000 seats, right? And then they do that and they don't sell out those 1,000. And then it was originally a sold out crowd and now it no longer is. So they still got to say sold out, but it's not capacity.
But they sold out the camera view.
Yeah. So if you're only going to open up a section, like you said, it's tough to go in there and market with we sold out in 30 minutes and then open up another 1,000 seats. It just seems weird. Like I like the transparency. I like that. Hey, we're going to open up a small section. If we sell that out, we'll open up another section shortly. So don't be.
Yeah.
If we sell out, don't freak out. Keep looking
Yeah.
because we're going to open up more spots. That to me sounds cool because we don't want to overstep our bounds. We don't want to be too big for our britches, but we're really excited to get this many people in there. We're going to put on a show for them.
Yes.
Like,
But
they got
the
nothing
other-
to be ashamed of.
Yeah. The other thing is I'm curious about the sections that they open up.
Oh,
Is it, you know, like close to
TV
ring?
side.
Well, yeah, everything's TV side first. Then the next section is it non-camera angle. You know, can I hold out and get a better seat when
No.
they open up the second part?
I think something that would be. I mean, I think in my eyes, like booking this, I would book it kind of like around up like that. And I think even that has an ability to like, hey, we are going to open this up. Get in there to see if you can get these spots. The first spots opening are going to be fantastic seats.
Yeah.
Just be transparent.
Yeah.
Because that is something I can totally get behind. Is like, look, you got in early, you really believe in this, you're a fan of this, cool, you can get the seats you want.
yeah.
And then go up from there. Like, hey, we're going to keep opening blocks up so we can make sure we can get everyone. Because I've loved things like I've loved the pricing tiers.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is really reasonable. They've escaped
decent.
how expensive certain events can be where it's fucking prohibitive. I mean, I didn't go to goddamn Elimination Chamber because like, fuck. And I found I could
We
have
got
done
decent tickets.
But
Well,
they were kind of pricey though, right? Or like 60, 80?
No,
I think they were.
that much.
I think they were pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're close to 80. I think. For off and to the side.
I think they
mean,
were 130 for two.
Is that what it was?
Because I Dondo, I
Yeah.
took Dondo, and I think it was 130 for the both of us.
but that can still be prohibitive. Like
Yeah.
60
Oh yeah,
bucks
yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
like and that's something that I think about. It's like that. I think having those barriers and limitations, and it's a pay-per-view, but it's fucking Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Rumble, yeah, you
That's $30 some at that.
yeah,
I
but
can
and
do
it,
that.
and granted, worth it, amazing event, fantastic. but I like the balancing of it. I agree with you. I think being more transparent about like we're doing this, it's fantastic, would be good, and also shut their fans down because I don't like any diehard fans, and I think the way that these fans are fed and not shut down, and I wonder if the reason they don't get shut down as hard is that they don't want to lose them, but by letting this shit feed, you both create these annoying ass fan situations where they say dumb bullshit, and then you have the WWE fans that say, well, it's all bullshit and they shouldn't have done that, and look it, they're not doing anything, because it's just a balance.
Yeah.
I think producer wants to talk.
I had a question. It's so small. I'm wondering, are they trying to make it a publicly traded company?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know what they're doing.
They don't want that. I mean, at least if they do, it's not going to be for a long time. They're not looking towards that at all. They don't want the idea of having to make stockholders happy. They're not trying to do
WWE's
that.
very unique in that they're that, and it's still surprising to me that they are a publicly traded company.
Well, I only asked that because it sounds like they're trying to make someone happy. I just don't know who.
They've came out and talked about it.
They have fans, but also they have backers. They have two big money backers behind them.
There's 2 drunk lawyers.
They're 2 drunk lawyers.
Well, it's
Cody came out and said the core fans. They want to make their core fans happy above
Yeah.
all else, and they don't want to cater to any casual fans. And
Well, I think. Sorry.
that's tough.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's the Khan family. I
Which-
think it's the dad saying, "Hey, I put
need
all
to
this
see a
money,
return of it,
do something with this," and the son almost,
Super fanning.
yeah,
Fucking
being like,
Walmart.
"Oh well, look at this, look," I think that's who they're trying to impress is the main backing.
Which is fair. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't have Ted Turner who's willing to do like someone like that who's willing to lose some fucking money for a bit, you gotta do things to make sure that you're keeping people who pay you happy.
But the problem is, that's people's complaint about WWE, right? It's the writers are writing for a fan base of 1, right? Their audience is 1. If they can make Vince happy, then that's all that matters. So if AEW is trying to make Khan happy, who's the biggest elite mark there is, how hard is it to make him happy to have to step up your game?
But see,
that's the
I-
whole point of this, right? You got to step it up.
Yeah, but see, I don't think they're trying to make the son happy. I think they're trying to make the dad happy.
I think they're trying to make the son happy, but they're trying to make the dad money because the
Yeah.
dad they don't need to make happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
They just need him to not pull out because it's his money the kid's playing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cody even announced that the first show on TNT is likely going to be him, and I believe that's going to be him and Kip Sabian, right?
Him and Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara. It's going to be them,
Yeah,
and he said part of that is just so he can be in backstage for most of the show, calling it on the headset. I was like, that's a little bit of peek behind the curtain. That's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
also a little like.
But see, I think they're losing that with the money aspect. Is they straight up said, we're not gonna look for the casual fan.
I think that's going to be weird to see how they balance that because, I mean, you can make your core audience really happy, but is your core audience enough? You take all of your YouTube followers for Kenny and Bucks and Cody and put them together. Is those followers alone enough to sustain you as a company?
Maybe another way to look at it is that they want to grow their base, which I know sounds counterintuitive when you say you're not looking for the casual fan, but maybe they're using that in a kind of shitty way to say they're not looking for the WWE fan, which is fair, but maybe they want to grow a new base. I mean, like, Lucha Underground didn't have much crossover with WWE. Lucha Underground grew its own base, small, but it grew its own base, and actually was the most watched show on that network.
Netflix?
No, El Rey.
El Rey?
Yeah,
Because it was in English.
no, they everything else. But the thing is, their other content sucked.
Oh, yeah?
It was like I mean, I liked it because it'd be like old Godzilla movies,
Nice.
which but
Some soccer?
Your hero?
No soccer.
it's owned by Robert Rodriguez, like the guy who directed Spy Kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
and
film.
Dust Till Dawn and Machete and Spy Kids.
As my man TB Poker mentioned, Teal Piper's been slated to be a participant in AEW's Casino Battle Royal match before the All Out pre-show, or in the All Out pre-show. Which, for one, I'm really concerned that this Battle Royal is going to be shitty like the last one. But two, pretty cool to see Piper's daughter in any company, really. I'm excited to see her perform on any level.
Is she gonna come out dressed just like Ronda Rousey?
I hope so.
I have a concern though. My concern.
Hers music is going to be, I do give a damn about my reputation. I give a damn about my good reputation.
Money.
Yeah.
My concern is, so we've seen WWE hire and sign a lot of second, third generation talent. Like they look for that shit. And it doesn't always pan out. Like, and there's a lot of people we know that are training that we haven't seen. The Rock's daughter, we haven't seen her, evidently she's still very young. Why doesn't WWE have this person?
They don't have Tessa either.
Oh, Tessa
Blanchard.
Fair.
She's
but
great.
they are. She is.
She's really good friends with Charlotte and Natty.
But I wonder. But
She was in the Mae Young Classic even.
I haven't seen anything from Roddy Piper's daughter though.
That's a good point. I haven't seen
That's what I mean. That's what I mean is like, I don't like. I wonder is like, is this my concern? Is like, she's got a lot to prove, which might be kind of scary. I don't. Part of it being a shitty thing is I don't want this to be like a cool.
Yeah, a spot.
Oh,
But I will say that if her goal is to become big in the business and she's able to get an AEW first and
Hell yeah.
get an Arn Anderson and a Dean Malenko and a Billy Gunn and a Tommy Dreamer to help coach her through becoming a good star, she'd be prime for some WWE action.
Fair. Now. Fair point.
If that's where she wants to go. I don't know what she
yeah.
wants.
I don't know. That's like the one thing I worry about. Is it going to be like I don't want this to be. I think there's something really funny about a battle royal. It's just that, but I don't want it to be that. Mainly also because the fucking commentary team, that is their biggest weakness to me. 100% their biggest weakness. It's not the talent. I can deal with the spot fest. I cannot deal with their fucking commentary team.
commentators
It's
as well.
terrible. It is to me ruining. It makes bad matches so much worse. It makes good matches suck. If you put it on mute, you're okay. Even matches where we're talking like, oh, it's a spot fest, like, it's okay without Excalibur
Yeah, I
and
mean,
JR. Not
100%.
giving a fuck.
there's a number of times. Oh, dude, man, in JR's fucking podcast, he was doing an interview the other day, and he says that he's talking about during I forget which company he was in at the time, but they're talking about shit about the other company, and he talked about how petty it was, how childish it was, and he goes, "You will never hear me on AEW TV talking about the other company or trying to bring them down because that is immature and stupid, and it doesn't help anyone." And I'm like,
You've done it.
have you not heard your last 4 shows, dude? This isn't like you haven't gone on yet.
And
I don't think he knows he's doing it.
Well, the other thing is like, and I wonder like, so I do look to Cody as the primary voice of the company at this point, because Cody does a lot to answer well and answer intelligently. I look to Kenny as kind of like this artist who does things, but I don't look to him for like.
Yeah.
I've never looked to him as somebody who's going to talk about the state of it all, because he's very good about talking about his own story and what he wants to do. He's not good about talking about the fucking company. I look to the Young Bucks for similarly their story and kind of comedy bits. I don't. What's upsetting is I see so much talent that is getting further and further out, and maybe like they have more and more control to say things in these podcasts. And it's like maybe because we're reading so much into this, you guys need to be on the same page and kind of shut up, because things like that hurts everyone.
Yeah, they're putting people, I think if this was chess, you're moving the wrong pieces in the wrong places. Like, you do have strong pieces on the board, but you're just throwing them all out on the front line and saying whatever happens, happens.
Other ones that I feel like really hurt it are like Jericho. Like,
Jericho's
he's
been.
I don't even think I want to go to Fozzy. Him coming back to town.
No, I didn't want to see that. That was entertaining.
well,
Yeah, but he's canceled like 2 shows since then to build his AEW gimmick.
Really?
I don't know if he's going to cancel this shit. It's like $170 to go see his VIP show, and you don't get tickets to the actual show. So it's like, you want me to spend fucking almost $200 to go see you play 3 songs and get an autograph, but then you don't want to let me in for the actual show? Or you want me to spend like $50 for the fucking show?
The show's only like $20.
Is it 20?
I spent $80 for Run the Jewels tickets, when it's backstage. That's for Run the Jewels, not for that.
Never even heard of Run the Jewels.
They're like the hip hop. They're really
I
they're
believe
good.
you.
But like, and I
It's not
I
Chris
couldn't
Jericho.
fucking go. God damn it. But still, like, this is for that. For as a wrestling fan, that's who's going. It's not. Rock fans aren't necessarily going to Fozzy.
We'll see this, and this is why I disagree with Marsh, is because I went last year as a wrestling fan, and I left as a music fan of theirs.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I want to see their music. I want to see their sets. You know, I'm not going to be this year. I won't go in a wrestling shirt or whatever. I'll just go just to watch them.
You have a Fozzy shirt, don't you know?
Yeah, I'll probably wear a Fozzy shirt. But like I said, last year I went as a wrestling fan. This year I'm going as a Fozzy fan.
Fair.
But my problem is that he's so wrapped up in his AEW gimmick that he's taken away from the Fozzy fan. He's canceled like 2 shows that Fozzy had.
But that's fine.
Like
If
last
they
second.
cancel, we get our money back and that's it.
Yeah, but it also never
that.
happened with
Yeah.
WWE. I don't know what the benefit of this is. I don't know what the
Yeah.
reasoning of this is. I don't get it at all. Same with the live podcast. You get your
Yeah.
money back, but then do you wonder, like, is he really going to fucking be here?
Yeah, I got stood up at StarCast by him once. Am I going to stand there again? I hope he shows up. Because your fucking gimmick? Because your little fucking... Your little I want to
create
thank you
heat.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to be mad at you? Well, then you don't get my money. Like,
And it
I was
hurt-
going to go see you. I wanted to go do the VIP and the show. I thought, oh, maybe I'll fucking splurge on this and really go in. Then I'm at StarCast and he just doesn't show the fuck up and puts a fucking stand out there and plays a shitty ass video. I'm supposed to laugh and think, thanks for wasting my fucking money and time.
But there were,
Fuck that.
I'm sure there was few people that did that laughed at that and was like, all right.
There was a
We were-
ton of people who were over there.
We were no, but I'm saying they were, almost proud to be a part of the gimmick.
I'm not proud to be shit on by someone I look up to.
Producer.
No, it's just I don't see how you could enjoy being kind of taken advantage of like that. Even though like, okay, this is his gimmick.
Well, I think it's more like if you knew it was that going in, I could see. You'd be like, okay, I'm in it. And it's part of, you can't really give that up as wrestling. But in a sense, maybe say, hey, we're just going to do this. Give it that heads up in advance. Like, you can pay to be a part of this clip show.
Yeah, I think it's people's money, and depending on the type of economy that we got going, it's not always cool to just
not
blow
funny.
people's
Oh.
money because
I think that there's
That was StarCast in general.
I mean, there's a lot of StarCasts that could have been fucking done differently for my money. But I'll tell you, I think the thing that really got me on that specific bit was I was standing there with 2 friends we had made on the trip who were just they're literally talking to me saying like, man, we've done so many meet and greets and gone through so many lines. We didn't even use the platinum bracelets we got. Thank God we're going to be able to see Y2 Jericho do the podcast and be front row for that because we got our platinum bracelets. As he's talking to me, my phone buzzes. I look at it's like a fucking movie. I see it and I was like, you're shitting me. I was like, you're not going to believe this. And I was like, what? And I said, he officially canceled. This was 10 minutes before the show. He officially canceled the show. And the people just fucking, their face dropped. They're like, why did I spend $200 on these fucking platinum bracelets that didn't mean anything? They never used them for anything. Not one thing did they get a penny back for. They weren't first in line for anything. They didn't get to see
No fast
any
pass.
no fast pass. They didn't get to see any fucking podcast live that they wanted to because of the meet and greets were at the same time.
Times.
So they could never do it. And then so to watch them be affected so negatively by that, it made it even worse. I mean, I wanted to check it out, but okay, whatever. I still wanted to see the other one that was going on. These are people that were like, we have no desire to see the other thing. At least we're going to get our money's worth because we're going to see Jericho. And then he shits on them.
What I was going to say is, like, so to both your point and to producer's point, say it was an MJF thing, I could see, I'm going to spend money because I could understand, like, if it went to, like, a shit thing where, like, he's canceling or whatever, I could get it. That's the gimmick. With Jericho, there's so many layers to this, and this is such a new gimmick versus all the tenure of it.
What is he,
It's-
onion?
Well, you get what I mean, though. It's like, but like I'm not when I'm going there. I'm not seeing you as a. This is not you being the wrestler. I know I'm going as a wrestling fan, but this is you as a performer. And if your wrestling is cutting into your performing in this, what am I doing? So if it were something where it was known long out, but also I kind of feel for like the promoters. So whatever club they're going to, why are they? Well, how do they feel like he's canceled 2 shows? and he's charging this much, and I have to cover this overhead. And if he cancels, I have to give people like all the layers of people. I have to give money back for who I'm buying, who's ever
Can't schedule the bartenders and shit. People are out.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that analogy too, MJF was barred from StarCast Live, showed up at Taz's show on StarCast as advertised. He showed up, and he was the one person who was denied entry. You know what I mean? And he gets dragged out by security in this big show, and everyone's there watching it, and it was really cool and funny. But MJF showed the fuck up. You know what I mean? Jericho couldn't be bothered. So just, yeah, from a Jericho fan perspective, it's like I feel like I'm a fool if I spend money on him right now. I just do.
Well, like, and if it were like a Ric Flair, I could see there are certain people like Andy Kaufman, I could see that, but that's their entire thing. When you are this podcaster, wrestler, musician, I'm looking at these three things and I'm like, cool, these two separate things aren't your gimmick. But then I'm finding out you're canceling it. Well, I don't want to fuck with either of them because I don't know what's going to happen.
Second he canceled that Florida show, I was pissed. I was like, fuck that guy, man. Like, why would you do that? Because of how much fun we had at Fozzy. And I was like, just imagining if we hadn't gone yet, or even the fact that we did go, imagine someone taking that away from us.
Yeah.
And I was all like, fuck that, man.
But I also wonder how many tickets were sold.
Yeah.
It was,
You know what I mean? If they only sold 5 tickets.
but his whole fucking cancellation was due to that was the first one being free on Bleacher Report. It was not Fight for the Fallen one before it.
Fighter Fest.
Fighter Fest. Fighter Fest was going to be free. I don't go to free shows, so he canceled his Fighter Fest appearance and then canceled the Fozzy show. That was been selling tickets. I don't know how many tickets sold, but
Producer, I don't understand how he wants to be supported. Like, what's the rational reason for any fans to keep supporting him?
if you're living in that gimmick and the MJF gimmick, and I'm an asshole and I'm a heel, I'm a real heel, I'm really living the gimmick, and people really hate me, okay, but heels don't sell as much t-shirts as faces. Like, I mean, that's just the deal. So it's like, sure, you want to be the big heel, you want to be the real asshole. I'm not going to buy into your other products because they're being affected now by your real asshole gimmick.
One, it's when you're the real heel, like people like Ric Flair, or he's my best example for it. It's people that were the real heel that you were like, well, shit. They backed it up in other ways. They were there. It was just this. They weren't also actively like, I'm not also this restaurant owner. I'm not also this. I'm not also that. It didn't cut into it that this person is so many things, and he's now letting them bleed over and across each other. It's bad for his business. It's bad for the business. If I'm a promoter of any company, including WWE, I'm looking at this, I'm like, this should never happen. So I wonder, what is the point of this given your legacy? What do you want to do in 10 years when you're not wrestling? Do you think you're going to get shows? And this is something that, if you continue to do it, may impede that.
Do you think it's more than that? Do you think it's, you know, have you guys heard anything? Because, you know, like looking at the Fozzy poster, you know, the bandmates had to be pissed off. Hey, we're not getting paid for this. But was it even a show? An actual show?
Like a fake show?
Yeah.
That was never, you
Was
could
it
never
a,
find tickets
what,
to
yeah,
if you
was it
wanted.
a kayfabe show where it's like, oh, I can't find tickets to Fozzy, then, oh, he canceled it, and was like, oh, I couldn't find tickets anyways. Have you heard any fans that said, hey, I bought tickets to this, and now I'm pissed off?
Even if that's the case, that's clever, but also you've not done it well enough. You've done it either too well or not well enough to where I'm like,
It makes me
wonder-
nervous as a fan to buy a ticket.
yeah, to real shit. Like, oh, because
Well, see, I don't know, like, you know, just like I said, if we bought tickets to Fozzy in September or whenever it is, he doesn't show up, we get our money back. Like, there's no risk and reward there. It's just, you know, there's
that fucking club's a skeezy ass fucking club.
It is.
I don't see them not
Where's
giving
it
you a
at?
charge. I don't see them not being like, hey, we'll give you some of it back. Like, honestly, that fucking place is like that.
where's it at?
Club
Club
XS,
X.
DV8.
I've heard.
I wouldn't be shocked for a second. With like, fuck, what was it, $6 bottles of water? They wouldn't
Yeah.
give me a cup of water. Like, can I just have a cup of tap
Yeah.
water? Can I just have a clear cup I can take to the
No.
bathroom and get water? No. And I was like, I just want water that's not more expensive than the beer.
And it's Arizona.
And it's fucking Arizona in the middle of the summer. Like, I was fucking pissed. But like,
Was it in summertime? It was in like March.
the date's right there. It is
March.
Okay, so it's
March 7th.
March. That's the heat of summer.
Yeah.
Peak.
Yeah, but you're more. It's like you're in a enclosed space. Yeah, don't be a dick.
And I'd already bought like 3 beers. Can I just have a fucking glass of water, man?
They gave me a glass of water.
And I was like, I wanted
Wait
a
till I
glass of
just
water.
dig yourself deeper.
Yeah. Dude, and I even told them, I was like, can I have a glass of water and a beer? They said, you can't have a glass of water. I was like, well, then forget the beer. I'm not going to sit here and just get dehydrated or spend fucking double. It was more expensive for the water than the beer. So I'm just saying the place is shifty. They were really shitty about the poster. They damaged it and didn't care. That's why I put it in a big frame.
You're gonna
but-
put it in a frame either way.
Yeah, but we did a thing. So,
But no, I know what you're talking
like, you know what I
about.
mean? Like, I
Yeah.
could see that place being like, hey, there's still a charge. So we end up paying $40 for a show we never get to see. Instead of being $60.
But see, I could see you can pay the convenience fee still,
Yeah.
but that'd be like $12.
Which still.
That's fucking
But
fuck
no,
that.
it's still bullshit.
And they pay the
But like I said,
convenience fee when you
I-
go to the club. That's
I
not
want-
convenient.
I want to see if those were actual Fozzy shows.
Well, the other thing is this: their fan base that they're creating, this very loyal fan base, talks. If you're us, and we're talking about StarCast, you and I didn't go to StarCast. That was a real show.
Oh no, yeah.
And I would think about that. That's why we're continuing to talk about it. It's like in part, like, is it really gonna be a thing? Like, I don't know, man.
But see, like I said, the Fozzy show. I think seeing Jericho with the band and stuff like that, you can tell these are his dudes. This is, that's his true passion. Like, I think wrestling takes a backseat to it, but wrestling makes the money. I just don't think I would see him canceling a show if it was like an actual show for,
That's the way it was written.
character.
I don't know what happened, but I didn't buy a ticket for a Florida show, but that's the way
Yeah,
it
I'm
made it
just
out to
wondering.
be.
Like, I'm just wondering if there was actually somebody, did people actually buy tickets for that?
Yeah.
Or was it a staged show to begin with? I'm just questioning it.
A fake thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay to find out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's my thing. Is like, do I want to pay to find out?
I'm going to buy a Fuzzy ticket.
Yeah. I'll happily hear from you.
At the door.
Willing to gamble.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
always willing to gamble.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
We'll create a GoFundMe if it isn't for your coverage.
Okay.
Like,
Hey guys.
Kevin needs $40 because they got fucked.
Didn't work out.
Yeah.
But
$40 is going to make or break me.
Oh.
oh,
But it is kind of cool they're going to be on the East Coast a little bit. Like I said, I think that's intentional because I think they can sell more tickets out
oh yeah,
there.
if they do a show in San Antonio, I'm not driving from El Paso to fucking San Antonio.
They're not fucking selling tickets in Spokane right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big deal. Is I think that they're picking the places wisely, but I think that it's not as transparent. And I think that when you have a company like WWE's been going around for 50 years, you can always catch the next one. There's no pressure. So I think people are overplaying, like you said, the fans are overplaying the sellouts. But I think that there's a very real feeling, even by their fans, of they may never come back again. Even by the fans. You know what I mean? And there's also this real urgency to we have to support them so they don't disappear. WWE doesn't have that fan base that feels an urgency to support them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just know that they're a staple. And that's just to say they should not be compared. Not to say that one's better than the other, but you are talking about two completely different business aspects.
It's Budweiser or it's Anheuser-Busch versus Dragoon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to buy this beer from the small brewery here in town because I kind of want to make more stuff because it's good.
That's more expensive.
But I know Budweiser's never gonna go away.
Yeah.
He's asking if anyone watched any of the G1.
Did you get to see any of it? I've seen little tiny clips.
Little
I haven't
bits
seen
here
much.
and there.
So we saw that Moxley lost his first match to Yano. I don't know. A lot of people are pretty upset about it. I don't know that I feel it's a negative thing because I also don't think that AEW in any aspect is going to be referring to G1. They didn't even refer to his United States Championship when he was on their show while he held the title. I don't think that those two worlds are mixing the way that the fans, I think, are assuming they will. I think it's a loss you can eat.
I think one thing that people have been kind of upset about is Kenta.
What's wrong with Kenta?
They brought in Kenta. Kenta's matches have not been fantastic.
Well, it's because he's bad.
Yeah, but also they brought him in with maybe their most beloved person.
Who?
Shibata as like a trainer.
Oh.
And Shibata's a pretty tragic story. He was in a match with Okada. His big thing was really good strong style, tight fighting, tight hitting. He would do headbutts.
Oh, the headbutt guy?
Yes. Where in the middle of the match he does a headbutt, and literally by the end of the match he has this like little strip of blood coming down his head. Well, he goes in back, passes out. They quickly get him to the hospital. He had a subdural hematoma. And a few years prior, there'd been an Irish boxer who had the same thing who fucking died. Mm. He can't wrestle again. It's terrible, and he's the trainer for the LA dojo. When he came to the G1 a few years ago, he didn't wrestle. He just came and sat down and said, "I'm alive." It was a big thing. Like people were fucking crying. They were chanting his name, and it was just such a touching thing. Like even if you didn't know the dude, you're like. Like, I got into it because I was like, they didn't have English commentary, which is a thing that I hate with NJPWs. They don't have English commentary for some of their stuff. They're getting better, but it's like, I want this to know why this is important because this is fantastic.
Oh.
And I had to, like, learn about it. I was like, fuck, that's amazing.
The dude was, like, legit headbutting people all the time. Bah, bah. Like, remember when we saw Daniel Bryan doing that in the ladder match, and you and I were both just like, fuck, this guy's, like, fucking headbutting people. Like, this dude would do that till his head busted open, and, yeah, it fucking caught up with him.
Yeah, typically he didn't have the head bust open, but that was the first, I was like, oh, shit. Because you could kind of see it as the match went on. Like, he was a little bit off. It's like, okay. And, yeah. But they've had other, like, big things, too, where, like, I'm going to just complain about commentary. They had a match a few years ago, like they have at their biggest show, Wrestle Kingdom, they have an opening battle royal. A few years ago, it was won by a guy who I didn't know anything about. He came in, he looked a little bit older, kind of skinny. Weird, but he wins it. Big ovation. Why? He had been a performer who had a big career, almost died of cancer. Was gone for a long period of time. He's just coming back, and he didn't do great, but he didn't do bad. And I would have loved to hear it because it was just really cool. And they talked about how his gear was for the charity that he's now started because of it. That's fucking cool. Tell me about it. I know I can't donate to it, but it'd be really cool. You know, like I like those stories. You know.
Yeah. Some stories are bigger than the business, and that's what makes the business so big.
Yeah. But Kenta has not been seen as doing well.
I never thought he was good as Hideo.
He did very well in the small promotion he was in initially. The other thing is, NJPW is the WWE of Japan. They're
where you want to be.
Well, their work rate, their people are the size of their people, and they actually do a pretty cool way of people getting up in size, where it's not like suddenly someone's gigantic, they slowly build them up. In NJPW, they're really good about having just this fantastic work rate. Other promotions which have a big following, they might be joke promotions, they aren't really there, they're not even like Ring of Honor. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we can shut it down.
I guess that's it.
Yep, I guess that's it. I do.
Producer call, last call.
AEW is going to be airing on Wednesdays officially. SmackDown will be moving from Tuesdays to Fridays. So that means we don't want to counter program AEW.
We don't want to overshadow them.
Don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to fucking take away all their fucking guys. So we're gonna have to move our show instead of being on Wednesdays, either being Tuesdays or Thursdays, because otherwise, look, we got Monday Raw, we got Tuesday Open, Wednesday AEW, Thursday Open, Friday SmackDown, Saturday any AEW pay-per-view, Sunday any WWE pay-per-view. NXT is also going to be on WWE or on Wednesdays.
No, I mean NXT
And
Saturdays.
NXT's on Saturdays
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, so you got Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, all potentially filled with great wrestling that we don't want people to have to miss, and we don't want to compete with. We just want to be able to do our own thing and talk about wrestling when it's not happening.
You don't want to start
So-
the Wednesday Night Wars?
We're gonna have to pick either Tuesday or Thursday, and we're gonna have to come up with that as a team.
Says wrestling 24/7.
Yeah, all the time, every time.
Can I throw one more thing? Jericho thing? I'm sorry, producer. That I was reading about earlier today about Austin Aries, and it makes me think of Jericho.
What Austin Aries do?
He's not doing shit.
Good.
And it's because of how the drama extended so far. He went from being Impact champion to, everything he's done, and nobody wants to work with him. And I think kind of similarly to Jericho, I think of Pac. We don't know what's going on. It's like, well,
He lost the title finally, right?
yeah. But with Jericho, I think you were fantastic. You had the world in your hands for this, and like what you're doing now, or what it's seen as doing, I don't necessarily think of you as being difficult to work with in a work capacity. I think of you as difficult to work with, period. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult to be a fan for you, and it's tough to lose someone that you like so much. So yeah, we're gonna be picking a Tuesday or a Thursday, starting in October. So the first week of October, October 2nd, TNT goes live with AEW. October 4th, Fox goes live with SmackDown, and we'll figure out somewhere in there how we're gonna squeeze into that. We're gonna see if our week begins on Wednesday or ends on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ends on Monday, begins on Wednesday. Friday? I don't know.
Carry the one.
Calendars are weird.
And stay tuned on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to come back on Sunday and do a prediction show
With
with a special guest, comedian from LA. So we'll see how that goes. Should be good. Columbo won't be here, so no spills, no fuss, no muss.
So it's going to be a great show.
I'll call in from fucking work.
Yeah.
No, I don't
fuck
care
you
about
guys.
I don't care about your goddamn thing. I'm talking.
Yeah, it's like, are we going to call in? We're not even a call-in show. Fuck you guys! Fuck you all!
Keith will join us.
Yep, Keith, we'll see you on
Yeah,
Sunday.
Keith.
And then you leave out of town on Monday, so hopefully you're nice and settled in by Wednesday so we can talk about SummerSlam. Cheers.
Save
Last
the time.
call.